Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Pantelis Live on a Sunday. I see the chat is already filling up, so we'll get to those in a second. But first, guys, I want to introduce my guest. I'm here live with Paul Blart, Mall Cop. He's here. He's here to make sure no, high school hooligans come around causing trouble in the studio.
What's up, guys?
So we'll see what the people think about your porn stash or your pedo stash, whatever people want to call it. If they like it, Poseidon, I say you keep it.
I like it, so I'm keeping it.
Okay, that's one way of looking at things. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pantelis Live. We got a lot to talk about. I saw in the chat someone was talking about Jesse Smollett, lock him up. Yeah, he should have been locked up. We talked about that on This Just Thing.
Yeah.
No, didn't we? Or we didn't mention it on This Just Thing. I don't remember. No, we didn't mention it.
No, I don't think
I wanted
so.
to talk about it, and Phil said no.
But that's fucked up.
Yeah, because Michelle Obama stepped in.
Yeah.
Talk about white privilege, black privilege. Apparently, there's elitist privilege, which I think is the only privilege that is real.
I think it just has to do with money. If you
Yeah,
have money,
that's what it is.
that's what it is. Regardless if you're black, white, Asian, green, blue.
No, they're not gonna let fucking Asians get in there. Come on, that's just crazy. All right, guys, let's see what we're gonna start with first. So, Marvin, what are you saying? Been listening to Cumtown? So funny. Yeah, they're funny. The Cumtown guys. Do they have an actual beef with Kumia and Compound? I think as far as somebody told me, was it Ali? That I think one of the two has a beef with Anthony. He doesn't like Anthony. So I don't know if I don't think they have a beef with all of Compound because Compound's like Gino, me, but I think they don't like. One of them doesn't like Anthony for sure. That's a real thing as far as I understand. Yeah.
What's the Cumtown?
It's a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's spelled C-U-M.
Oh, it's spelled C-U-M, sir.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's all about cum.
Obviously.
No, it's not about cum. They're just a bunch of comics. It's actually a really funny podcast. But yeah, they have beef. I know with Anthony. One of them doesn't like Anthony. That's the beef, is that he doesn't like Anthony. But a lot of people don't like Anthony. I never heard that they don't like all of Compound. That would be a first if that's the case. Marvin, you fucking let me know. Let's see. Shifty Samurai's happy to be here. Flashing those Compound bucks with the champion sweat. You see this shit, bro? You see this? Who decided suddenly that Champion is the baller brand? I don't know. I started wearing Champion because I had gotten a shirt on sale here at Sports Experts, remember? And it was like the most comfortable sweater ever. So now I went out of my way. When I was in Texas, I bought, I think in Texas I bought this one, and then I ordered like 4 more. So if you look, I have like a red one, a blue one, 2 black ones. That the difference is only the
They're coming back in style.
I mean, it's not for the style. It's that they're really, really...
I know, but like before, the people would be like Champion. And would be like, it's not Adidas or Nike, But now Champion is like, yo, it's Champion.
It's the most comfortable sweaters.
And yet they haven't. Nothing has changed much.
I don't know if it's changed. I don't know if anything. I don't remember having old Champion sweaters.
Even Kappa is making a comeback.
That's different. That's not because it's comfortable. That's because people think they're trendy.
Yeah. But
Gam, yeah, I am not today, but I am. I got a new camera, so I could and then do a voiceover. So I'm gonna record all the stuff and then do a voiceover over how it's set up, just so you guys see. And by the way, I think for the Mac, if you want to do what I'm doing here, if you have a MacBook, I don't think there's much of a difference. You just need one of those Thunderbolt port adapters instead of USB Type-C. Should be the same. Do Greeks worship Adidas the way Slavs do? No, it's not the same as the squatting Slavs. No, they don't. It's not the same. We don't. But they wear anything, I think, Greeks.
yeah, I think we like every brand.
Yeah,
equally.
they don't give whatever looks good on you.
Yeah, Adidas, Nike.
It's very hard for Poseidon to wear most brands, though. You have specific brands that you wear. You don't wear anything.
I don't give. If it looks good on me, I wear it.
Well, then that would be tough for you to find.
No, I find a lot of clothes that look good on me.
Really? Like what? Tarps?
Fuck you.
That one has bullet holes, bro.
Yeah, bro. I went to war, bro.
Show off that.
I went to
Show
war.
off what happened to you over there.
I went to war.
Look at that.
I got shot by a shotgun.
Yeah, is that what happened? They couldn't take you down, though. You're like a zombie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A really fat zombie.
Yeah, Joseph, things are building out nicely. And I was talking to Phil the other day about Fill My Hole, how we're going to do it. Like, I want to do... He investigates certain things that are fucked up, like, let's say, Jesse Smollett interviewing people. And then I just want to do the voiceover. Because I think it'll be funny if I'm describing it, how Morgan Freeman does voiceovers. Yeah. Same type of thing, but it's me describing what's going on.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think that, because I want all the videos to be different on this. So there's that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So, do Greeks worship? No. McDonald's coffee? It's not. No. This time it's Tim Hortons. I drank McDonald's coffee earlier there because I was with Abba, Preach, Wasim, and some other people who were writing something else. And Wasim was late, so he brought McDonald's coffee.
I can't believe they still have the roll up the rim. Every other Tim Hortons I've been to has ran out.
Is it because people don't get coffee? Are you the only one who gets coffee? Am I going to get poisoned?
No, I don't know why this one still has them.
Because they're not selling coffees.
Or maybe they sell a lot of coffees and they got more roll up the rim cups than other locations. If you think about it. Because it's always busy, this place. Always busy.
Marvin says that Poseidon's hair is like a really manicured lawn and garden in front of a shitty house. That's a fucking good analogy.
Look. My body is a temple.
Yeah. It's a Buddhist temple.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
I've been losing weight, though.
It's like a mosque, really.
Ugh.
Your body. Why ugh? Your body's a mosque. That's a good thing. People take their shoes off when they come inside you.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, nobody was. I was. It's funny because I was on stage on Friday, and you know my travel when I talk about like traveling and all that. So I threw in a joke about Instagram models, but it was like I don't know, like I attacked this, like I called them whores basically and how they fuck Saudis. But I threw it in so nonchalant that I heard half laugh and half go like that, and I was like, "You didn't see that one coming." You didn't see that. Just out of nowhere because I was just talking about like the airport, and then. It took me 4 seconds. Bam, 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 bam. But whores on Instagram sucking Saudis' dicks. And people are like, wait, what just happened? what just happened?
Well, what did you say?
Well, it's a joke that I say on stage, Poseidon, so I'm not going to say it here.
Okay. My apologies, sir.
Your apologies. Let's see. All right, Poseidon, let's see here. Can't wait for that studio tour video. Yeah, I can't wait to make it either because I don't make videos like that. I'm only going to do it for you guys so you could see how it's done. And then if you guys want to start your own podcast and go live, you can do it. You'll see it's much simpler than what you think it is. So that's the only reason I'm going to do it. I think it'll be fun. Let's see. All-inclusive package to come visit Park X. I think it will work. Yeah.
What did he say?
Because we should start selling all-inclusive. You should sell an all-inclusive package to come visit Park X.
And I give the tour.
Yeah, and they stay at your house. It's like an Airbnb. But you feed them in the morning. You know, it'd be the best if Poseidon did that.
I'm going to tell you something.
On one hand, you think it will be like in the morning, be like, get the fuck up, this is breakfast. But it's not going to be true. They're going to wake up and then be like, they said breakfast is included, but it's fucking 3:30 p.m. and he's still snoring. What time is bed? Whenever I wake up.
Yo, I make killer omelets and killer grilled cheeses, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. And killer omelet grilled cheese.
Oh, okay. Well, you cleared that up.
No.
I could do both separately or both together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'll make a grilled cheese, but I'll throw the omelet in the grilled cheese.
Really? Nobody's thought of that. That's pretty innovative. Eggs and cheese. Whoa. Everybody now, their ears are bleeding. They're like, wow, what a brilliant mind. Eggs and cheese together. You know who else has thought of that?
Who?
Everybody.
I know.
You guys rooting for Gino or Brian in tomorrow's boozy boxing? I'm always going to go for Gino. I like Gino's my boy. Gino to jack that mouthy Brian up. No, I like Gino. Gino is very, very good. I'm with Nick Drosos. Says hi. Hi right back to Nick. You know Drosos. You know Nick.
Of course I do.
If you guys don't know Nick Drosos, you can go look on his YouTube channel. He's the self-defense expert. He's got a lot of good videos on there on how to stop yourself from being raped.
Wait, how do you stop yourself from being raped?
His videos include all the details.
Isn't it you stop a rape, or you
stop people trying to rape you?
Yeah.
He has the #1 videos.
Yeah.
On how to stop them.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
I don't remember all the tips, sir, but they're good. Some of them are really innovative, like rape them instead. It's that would be great if that's what Nick did. Nick's like, this is how you stop a rape. You point at someone else. You're like, look over there. I'll help you. No, it's actually very good.
Oh, that reminds me of a video I saw. It was titled "How to Defend Yourself from a Man While Sitting on a Chair." And then the video opens up and he goes, "This is how you defend yourself from." And the guy literally beat a man in a chair while he was.
You know what I'd like to see? Because Nick is like a very happy like it always looks like he's partying.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if somebody tries to like jack him one night, like to rob him or something. Because what he does is he trains in like how to stop a knife fight, how to stop, like, all kinds of stuff. So imagine him beating the shit out of a crackhead that's trying to rob him. He's like, this guy's dancing. I could take him. And chokes him out. He's like, how did I get raped? What is this guy? Yeah, because he knows all the techniques.
Well, fighting is an art, my friend.
Homer only came on to see your stash, he says.
Oh.
Okay, Homer, hold on. I'll give you a close-up. There you go, Poseidon. Show off that stash. Look at that. He looks like he's not allowed to hang out around elementary schools.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying the stat. It's just, look.
It's making a comeback.
It's going to get me back into prison.
No.
I didn't make the stereotypes up. If you
Obviously.
Google porn stash, we did it before the show started. What do they look like? When you Google porn stash, it just shows your mustache.
Porn stash shows a bunch of porn stars with stashes.
I said pedo stash, too.
Pedo stash. Pedo stash is a bunch of...
But it shows your mustache.
No, but it shows
They're
a bunch
basement dwellers. You're right, but it's your mustache.
But I'm not a basement dweller.
I know. I'm just saying. It's the Joe Biden of facial hair.
And theirs is more like a pencil. The
like
pedos, like
straight up.
Yeah, like just like.
It depends on what kind of hair they grow. By the way, I was thinking my beard's getting too big. I don't know.
No, it's good.
Is it? You get to the point with facial hair, just like normal. Like I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
It suits you, the whole long hair, beard.
Let's see. Biden is in deep shit. What's happening with Biden? Apparently, he's getting Me Too'd now. Somebody's coming out saying he's smelling my hair, and but it's to be expected. Like if you Google Biden creepy, there's like 40 videos that come out of him like grabbing kids awkwardly.
Yeah, I saw those videos, so it's a little strange.
Yeah, he overdoes it
because like I have nephews or like little cousins and stuff like that.
But they don't talk. Them they keep their mouth shut. No. They're not rats.
And I've never.
You're gonna make it because you don't talk to the cops.
And I've never seen like one of my family like grab them weirdly, like that awkwardly. I've never like it's a weird way. Like the way he grabs them is very étrange.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah,
that would be like, get the fuck off me. And he's just like, because he's holding them from the back. He's like this. He's doing some of this and smelling their hair and shit.
Yeah, like it's weird.
Yeah, it is awkward.
It's not normal behavior if you think about it. Like who goes to a kid?
Yeah, here's the thing, because now we have cameras everywhere. Isn't that weird when you look like let's say he didn't know. Let's say he's a very sensitive man to smell. He loves good smelling stuff. He's like, oh, bubblegum. Let's say that's what happened the first time.
Yeah.
After you see the video, when people are questioning what you're doing to a kid, you don't go to other 50 kids and you start groping them and smelling their hair too. Yeah. The first time, shame on the video. But 2, 3, 4, 5, shame on you, for molesting those kids.
50 times.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Imagine if Trump did that once. Jesus Christ. We wouldn't hear the end of it. You know what? Say what you want. You could love Trump. You could hate Trump. Or the one thing that he's been 100% for real on, and he was right, and now people know, is the fake media, the fake news shit.
Yeah.
With the whole Russia gate and all that stuff. That's something that at least he's been fucking right about. There's such horse shit. And like I saw Rachel Maddow, garbage on him. So instead of her being like, all right, look, we spent 2 years on nonsense. Thank God, at least we were wrong. Thank God that the person in charge of the country isn't a Russian spy or whatever. Instead of saying, she's fucking crying on TV because so it didn't prove nothing and we can't indict him. Dude, what are you talking about? You should be happy that he's not a Russian spy. You shouldn't cry because your bullshit didn't work. Ugh. Anyway.
I hate people like this.
Yeah.
I hate people like that. But wasn't he meeting up with like a hockey team or something?
Who?
Trump.
To do
like
what?
Like a Russian hockey team or something like.
I don't know. That's even funnier.
I read it somewhere. I don't remember. I think it was Ben Shapiro that wrote something like that.
What, Trump went to Russia just to meet a hockey team?
Yeah.
Okay. Like now or back then?
Like back then, that's what it was. I think it was like, I don't know.
That's kind of funny too.
Like it was like a
Russian league hockey team.
Yeah, and he would like sponsor. I don't know, something to do with sponsor.
But he's a businessman.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it was. Something like that. It was on the because I look at some Ben Shapiro videos. I look at the Indian guy. You know the Indian guy? What's his name?
There's a lot of them.
No, but the guy that's conservative with the glasses and shit.
A conservative Indian with glasses.
Yeah, and he talks. He talks like in public, like at campuses and shit. I forgot his name. Sanjeev something. I don't know. Whatever. And yeah, that's what I think it was.
What did you think it was? The hockey team?
Yeah.
He met the Washington Capitals, which have a lot of Russian players. It might have been that. It might have been. Yeah, he's a talker. He's just yapping about nonsense. But could you imagine if that was it? The Capitals win the Stanley Cup. They go visit the White House and they're like, collusion. Collusion, all those Russians. And the best part is they're the Washington Capitals too. Like, they're taking over. Dinesh? Is it Dinesh D'Souza?
Yes.
Okay.
Dinesh is fucking.
Deeds? Good catch. Nick? Yeah, Nick. He's a yappy. He's a yappy broad. My boy Poseidon.
Yeah. That's why I'm good at sales.
It's true, you are good at sales. And next week, you get to practice your French.
What do you mean? I don't need to practice my French.
You think you're that good in French to be entertaining for an hour?
Oof, entertaining? I don't know. I've never tried to be entertaining in French.
You've never tried to be entertaining, period. Let's face it. However, sometimes.
Well, look, I make French clients laugh sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do next week.
Just roll with it, man.
This week, what I'm gonna, because I'm doing, we're doing Mike's French podcast next week. What I'm gonna do this week is try my best to speak French. Because Poseidon, he went into sales here, so for years he's been speaking French to people.
See,
I've only been dealing with, I think, Americans since when? 10, 15, 20 years. So even though I went to French school, I went to French high school, you know, you kind of lose the ability to be instantly entertaining or funny, have that word at the tip of your tongue. Yeah, tiens, sous-écoute next week. I think at 9 we're on us. So
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Saturday.
It's a Sunday, bro. It's always
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. So yeah, I think they sell tickets to that. So if
Very
you speak
nice.
French, you can come watch it. Yeah. Here's a thought. Considering all the scrutiny, Trump might be the squeaky cleanest politician of the last 50 years. Nothing has stuck because all the shit they're trying to stick is insane.
Yeah.
But they're all politicians are scumbags. That's the one thing. Because people say, oh, what if this? What if, they're all, because to get to a certain level of wanting to control people and not help, right? You have to have, so he's just like all the rest of them. The only difference is that they're so mad that the narrative didn't work. The fact that they thought they had everything planned out, the story of Hillary Clinton, who, by the way, you saw the picture of Libya? All the black guys in a hole?
Yeah.
It's become the slave capital of fucking Africa right now.
And wasn't that her fault?
Of course it was fucking her fault. They went in there they sabotaged Gaddafi because he wanted to start a gold-backed currency. And woo, we're not going to do that, bro. So it should create a fucking slave state. And yeah, so they're all scumbags just in different levels. So him is a business scumbag. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Hey, slum lord, you fuck around with
he
buildings,
wants,
this and that.
He wants to make the deal. you
Yeah,
know?
he's that kind of a fucking scum. You know people like that, just that they're not as successful as he is, you know, because of his family, because of money and all that. They're all pieces of garbage. But they try to trick people, and they don't normally trick idiots, like fresh out of school, that I'm different. I'm better. Yeah, the same fucking shit. If you were different or better, stuff would have changed.
Yeah.
If you were like the whole Flint, Michigan thing, right? Then why wasn't there clean water when Obama was there? Why wasn't there clean? Nobody cares. They don't give a shit.
But man, Flint, Michigan still doesn't have fucking clean water. Eh? That's crazy.
And
And
there's
it's a first world country.
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck. But here too, we had that. There's a Indian reserve here, I think, that doesn't have clean water.
Serious?
You didn't see the video,
But we live in
dude.
Canada.
I know. Fucking Trudeau. It's like a $1,500 plate dinner. A protester, they bought money. Some protesters bought tickets and they went in there and they had a sign like, why don't you do anything about the water? And what does he say? He kicks them out and goes, "Thank you for your donation." Bro, he's being ironic to he's being a fucking smug piece of garbage to people who don't have fucking clean drinking water in his own country.
That's
Instead of being
fucked
like,
up.
yeah, fuck, I'm in charge. I fucked up. I got to look at this. Piece of garbage.
And
'Cause
it's not millions of people. It's easy to fix their water. Like
You understand, these guys, a lot of them, they were handed everything. They didn't work. And they don't know what a struggle is. They don't know how to have that empathy with other people. Like, I know what you're going through. They know how to be fake.
Yeah.
They put on a facade. Like, we care. We're going to build parks and greenery around your neighbor. Like, they don't really give a shit. Look, a black. Like, they don't know. They don't. They're fake.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Here's a thought. Let's see here. When are you planning on making the tour video? I'm going to make it this week for sure. So tomorrow, it's going to come out this week too. I think it might come out Friday too, at the latest. I think I'll probably make it Wednesday. The schedule's been crazy with all the writing, all the recording, all the stand-up and all that. It's just been nuts. I actually wanted to make it last week. I just didn't have time. It's exciting though.
So I read something about the carbon tax in Canada, that it's a huge scam.
They're all huge scams.
No, obviously I already knew that, but it explained why.
Yeah.
Something about like our carbon dioxide levels. I think we have something, I don't know how many billions of trees.
Yeah.
And it only takes like 10% of those trees or something to clean
To clear. Yeah,
clean
dude.
our air.
Come on. What they're saying is it's so fucking dumb. But it's at the same time it's not, because here's the thing: the climate change is real. You know, they say that it's not real. 100%, it's changing. The lie that they're putting in is the impact that we're having on that, like as if the climate wouldn't change without us, which it's always been changing. It would.
Yeah.
And how much difference we could make now if we switch immediately. So it's been calculated. They had this whole study about, I think, less than 1% degree change. It changed less than 1 degree or something.
Yeah.
If we would stop everything now, stop cars, stop. So clearly, even if we would do the most drastic thing, which was become cavemen right away, we still wouldn't be able to tilt the change that's happening.
That's just the Earth going through phases.
They're going through a phase. What we need to look at is alternative methods of energy, because we're going to run out of fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why companies like Tesla. It's better to have the government invest in them scientists that are looking for shit like that, instead of this nonsense of taxing regular people. You're still driving your car. Just because you are gonna have less money for groceries because you're paying more for gas, how is that extra tax? Oh, bro, you're paying a penalty. The climate's gonna be fine now. It doesn't make sense. You're not reducing emissions. You're just charging people more.
It's just, but that's what it is. It's just they
People
want
still have
more
to
money.
get to work. They're still gonna spend money on the bus, on cars, or whatever. It's stupid. But a lot of people don't understand. They're like, I paid extra. I must have made a difference. No. Sadly, you didn't.
It's like when you donate $1 to fucking those charities, like, you know.
Yeah. Think about how many bottles of water they could have bought, Daniel says, with that $1,500 a plate. Yeah.
What?
Because they had to spend $1,500 a plate for that Trudeau dinner.
Who?
Whoever walked in there, the protesters and the people who were there supporting Trudeau. And then the people who were supporting Trudeau were even laughing at the protesters. It's so psychotic. Instead of being like, yo, our neighbor doesn't have water, it's like, fuck you, loser. Loser, you don't have water.
$1,500 a plate?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's how you raise money. That's how they do these banquets and shit. You do the scumminess of, yeah, yeah, and a lot of times, sometimes they don't even pay to rent the hall. A lot of halls give it to these people because they want to show their support. So like the owner of the hall is gonna be like, all right, I'll give you my hall for free for 4 hours. That's my contribution to your party. Then the party will charge $1,500 a plate. Let's say they'll play. Let's say even if they pay $80 a plate. Let's say they pay $100. So $1,400 goes to, it's fucking, because most people volunteer to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then always money disappears, as usual.
Of course.
Yeah.
When there's politicians involved, things go missing.
Yeah, the guy that started Greenpeace said CO2 is needed for the cycle of life. Yeah, this guy is very outspoken. This guy keeps saying how they're all scams. The guy who started Greenpeace. He's like, they took what I started, and they're fucking scamming everyone.
What's Greenpeace?
You know what Greenpeace is?
No.
I'm surprised.
I may have heard about it, but...
You've heard about it. They've tried to rescue your family many times.
What?
Clooney threw $350,000 plate dinner for Hillary. Get the fuck out of here. George Clooney threw a $350,000 plate. So imagine the people that are in there. For 350 G's a plate to go see Hillary Clinton. You know what they could have done with that money, homie?
A lot more than just buy food.
No, a lot. They could have bought food for a lot of other people too, you know? Like, or, I don't know, bro. There's a reason why there's so much...
All these things are aggravating.
It's so much disdain for these politicians. They don't look out for... And now Trudeau said, we're going to make it easier on Twitter. And I was about to lose my fucking mind, but I don't want to get into it. We're going to give an extra incentive because people can't afford to buy homes now in Canada. Look, if you can't afford to buy a home, the trick is not to incentivize them by giving an extra 10%. No. How about you tax people less so they have more take-home money? So that they could buy whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, and they can save more.
You're just trying to trap them. You're tricking them into buying the house that they're not going to be able to afford. Fuck off, man. No, but you need to keep paying more and more taxes because my government's getting too big because I keep creating stupid jobs that don't mean anything. We need 9 clerks to look over the same file. Yeah, and they all flew on their private jets. Yeah, the carbon foot. I love it when they go to those meetings.
Yeah.
They go to those meetings, talk about climate change, and there's fucking 60 private jets.
And flying in.
It's like, yeah, you guys don't understand what's going on here.
And fucking 15,000-pound limos armored with fucking V12s in them.
It's so yeah.
You know, driving them around.
But you would be surprised at how many people don't see it. They're just like, they're here to save us. They care. So stupid. It's dumb.
I can't, man. I can't. Even I'm not that dumb. That says a lot about people.
A very self-aware moment right there. I like
Yeah.
that. Even I'm not that.
Oh, by the way, I watched... did you see the movie King Arthur? Legend of the Sword.
The old one. It came out.
No, the new one. The new one that came out.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a
2018.
new King.
Yeah,
King.
with the guy that's the star in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, it's true. I haven't watched it. Is it
no,
any good?
It's on Netflix. It's honestly, I was a little. It wasn't like the best movie ever, but I
wouldn't
was.
assume it was, yeah.
I was taken away by it. I was surprised. It was
Yeah?
actually not bad.
You changed tone throughout this whole conversation. You started by trying to say that it's the greatest movie ever, and then you kind of worked around. Well, not really. Nah, it was a good movie. It was a film. They clearly recorded it. There was lines. They acted.
No, because I feel like the story moved too fast. I feel like they tried to do too much in a short amount of time. You know what I mean?
No.
I feel like the characters didn't develop enough.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not exactly a period piece. It was
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
it was a period piece. It was a certain period, but it's fucking King Arthur, bro. What do you think it's gonna be? It's gonna be fucking action, swords, maybe dragons if we're lucky. There was
action swords.
Was there dragons?
There was giant elephants.
That's still good.
Elephants bigger than Guzo.
Did you get upset when you saw them?
Huh?
Did you get upset when you saw them?
Why would I get upset?
You're like, fuck, I didn't know there was a casting call. Nobody told me. Like, I gotta hire a new agent. You're like, I could have done that, bro. I put on some nose rings. That's me.
There was giant elephants. There was giant rats. There was
Giant rats?
giant snakes.
Like giant rats that they could fight with swords.
yeah,
There's no dragons.
no, surprisingly.
Yeah, King
There was
Arthur.
giant bats,
But no dragons.
but no dragons.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity.
Nah,
But you're saying it
the
is
sword
a
was
must
cool.
watch.
Yes. Oh, there's one fight scene that's crazy with the sword. He just fucking annihilates everyone.
Who?
King Arthur.
Oh.
He annihilates. Like,
And King Arthur is played by Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy there.
yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He has his accent in that
sword.
movie, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
he hides it well in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, because I remember I found out he was like Australian or something.
Or British. Or some
British.
shit, yeah.
And I was like, really? Like, I was in shock at first because in Sons of Anarchy, he has no accent. I was like, whoa,
Yeah, that's what they do. They act.
that's a good actor.
Fucking sociopath. Some actors are legit crazy people.
Well, yeah, you have to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because
they're-
you're like, it's like a multiple personality disorder type of thing.
Not all, but some.
Not all,
for
but
sure
some.
are fucking batshit crazy. Like some, obviously, we know publicly, like they do batshit crazy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
But some have to be just so fucking absurd, just crazy in the head. And then when you meet them in real life, you could tell, like the way they talk
Yeah.
and stuff. You're like, oh, this guy's a fucking weirdo.
Like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's a fucking yeah, that guy's a weird. Yeah.
Who else?
Like you think he just has an eccentric stage persona, but now we know that he's fucked.
Yeah, his paintings too. Like I was seeing his paintings, I was like, what the fuck?
He's a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah. What else? Who else? Who else is like whacked out?
Actor wise,
Yeah.
most dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp he was doing a lot of drugs.
But not just that, but imagine all those characters he's played throughout the years.
It's all him on drugs. It's all the. Well, when I met him, it was like, oh, this is the pirate guy. And like it was the same. He was just fucking out of his mind. Yeah.
You know what was hilarious, bro?
Hmm.
50 Cent.
In
Do
real
you
life,
folloed him on Instagram?
no.
Bro,
I think I used to. I don't know if I still do.
He is hilarious.
I remember he used to troll people. He used to troll.
He
Ja Rule a
still
lot.
trolls people.
Did you see what he did to Ja Rule a little
Yeah,
while ago?
bro.
Ja Rule had like a concert at like some small venue. So
Yeah, he
and
bought out
the tickets were so cheap that he bought out the first like 15 rows. So he went out to like an empty fucking thing.
And it was just 50 sitting.
Yeah. And he just you know how that's a fucking good troll. Somebody you don't like, the guy's like, nice, we sold out. He goes out
You show up at just 50 Cent.
to an empty Holly. I think says like, that's fucking. That's. I like that kind of shit. That's next level troll
he's
shit.
Hilarious, bro. And he posts some stuff. He rips other people too, and it's just funny.
Yeah, I remember when he was even fighting with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, he still makes fun of Floyd, like the
But they're
shit
still
he ra-
friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano, for example, has lost her mind. That's a good
Who's
Robert De Niro too. But Alyssa Milano has fucking lost her mind.
Who's
I
Alyssa
think
Milano?
she got him. Alyssa, yo, trust me, you've seen her. We've made fun of her on the show. We've made fun of her on this
okay.
just thing.
I'm just gonna Google
When
her
she
fast,
started
fast.
crying, like when Trump won and stuff, and she again, it's people. Somebody brought it up earlier. I think Daniel did. Yeah, with you. Like, yeah, you're dumb, but you have common sense. He goes, these people, they get attached to it emotionally, so they think it's real life. They think it's their life, and then they take whatever the headline says, and they think that. So when Trump won, they said the world is over. They said Dark Ages, women can't vote, all kinds of crazy shit. They were saying that it's going to be the... So these people, instead of being like, okay, that's obviously hyperbole, it's exaggerated. They're like, I'm not allowed to vote. Oh, oh, and they started panicking.
Yeah.
They're like the people that can't drive as soon as it rains.
It's true.
It's the same people who are like, water? This is normally in the sink. What's it doing in the sky? And they panic. It's the same fucking type of person. It takes that same level of idiot.
Yeah. Like yesterday.
Yesterday we were driving
it was
back.
raining, bro. Everyone
It started raining, and then everybody's like, oh,
taking
fucking...
two lanes.
Just panicking. And it wasn't hard rain or anything. It just started drizzling.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck it. We're going down.
You know what I find confusing is that even when it has heavy snowfall, I can tell which lane is which.
Oh, yeah, we have a super chat. Deeds just put $20 in the super chat. Oh, that shit works.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, we don't... Just in case anybody's wondering, we don't bring up super chat because we don't... I don't understand how it works 100%.
What's super chat?
I don't even know who's getting this money. Like, I don't even know how it works. Yeah, normally in like other stuff when I go to like super chats, it's like when there's a lot of people in the chat. People who pay super chats, they read only the super chats, right? I read everybody's, but it's it's donations for shows. Like if you like a show, you donate, and then they do other stuff.
Oh shit!
Thank you very much, Deeds. Thank you for donating. I'll figure out how we get this money, and then we'll do some more stuff. But yeah, thank you. Jeez, yeah, we have a super chat. I never thought about it.
Or as we say in Espanol, gracias.
What do you mean we? You're not Spanish.
Well, whatever, bro.
You look a little Mexican though.
Yeah.
With the stash.
I look like a narcos.
You look like a narc.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking rat. Like a rat. You're a ratata or whatever.
I am
it's called.
Javier Peña.
She's just sad there's a new boss in town. That's what it is. They fucking freak out. They get emotional. But again, Deeds, thanks a lot. I appreciate the donation. It means that you're enjoying it. You're enjoying the channel, so I like it. Let's see what else we got here. We got De Niro was mentioned. Hell, man. I'm in here. Where do we go, Deeds? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, dude. Like I don't know. I don't like people. Normally, like I see channels like they have like a super chat. And they're like, yo, donate to super chat. Do this. I don't know how all this shit works. We're lucky that I set up the fucking multicam and stuff. Okay, we're very lucky that I figured out how to do that shit out. And we're lucky that fucking YouTube lets us monetize.
Yeah.
For the longest time, they hated us. And then when the subscriber count went up. So what happened was in March, just so everybody knows how we got lucky, is the subs went up, like especially when Crowder had done the mention and new people came on, and then they start to tell their friends all that. And I needed a certain amount of hours watched. And what helped there was I have that podcast with Robert Sheehan. So I think it's episode 32 or 35. So what happened is Rob's show, Umbrella Academy on Netflix, went huge, blew up. So all these people wanted to go watch, especially these young girls who wanted to go watch his interviews, and they caught that one. And because it's a long interview, the hours racked up. So at the exact same time, I got the hours and the subscriber count, and it was able to monetize. And then they kind of held it for a bit. They weren't letting us. They kind of. And then after a while, they just gave in. Like, all right, fine, you're a channel.
Yeah, can't deny brightness.
Yeah, well, we're not doing it. It's not hateful. We're fucking around. We make fun. Like, we're not allowed to
Yeah.
make fun of Hillary Clinton. Like, Jesus Christ, calm down.
I don't know why they're so anal.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I'll tell you why they're anal, sir. It's just how they grew up. Their uncles taught them the way.
Taking it in the A's.
Taking the A's.
And that's why they're screwing the whole world over.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. They don't give a fuck. You know, I've been looking at a lot on YouTube whenever I have the chance. There's these videos of these really, really good, like, lovers of film. There's this one guy. I want to fucking share his channel. I forgot what it is. But there's this one guy that I'll share it, like, in the feed, the YouTube feed, because you could share now in YouTube on the Pantelis Comedy channel. And they analyze, like, you know how people have, like, conspiracy theories about Kubrick and, you know, what does The Shining really mean, all that. So he goes in depth on all these, but not so much the conspiracy, more of, like the factual stuff they have at the time and Eyes Wide Shut and all that, and what's the meaning of this scene and all that. So fucking interesting. Things that I would never know. Even Poltergeist. Remember Have you seen Poltergeist?
Oh,
The little girl who goes in the TV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Little things that I didn't notice there. And I was like, that is so smart, like, to think of. Little things.
Oh, I love shit like this.
Yeah,
by the
that
way.
you don't notice. And then you appreciate the guys that made the movie more.
Really?
Yeah, little things they'll put in the background that are foreshadowing something else. And then they're giving you hints. And
By the way, I'm a big fan of shit like this, like sneaky shit like this.
But to you, everything's sneaky because you never see it coming. You got scared of the mannequin that was outside. There's a mannequin outside the studio, and Poseidon walked in and shit his pants.
I didn't shit my pants. I was about to fucking deck it, bro.
Well, what was all the mannequin, bro? He's looking at me all crooked and shit.
I'm like, mean mugging and shit, bro.
He's naked. Let's see. The future of direct donations is the basic attention token on the Brave browser. I have no clue what the fuck you just said, Joseph, but I'm curious. What is Brave browser? Is that a new browser? Do you know how much cryptocurrency? I don't know that much about cryptocurrency. I know that when Bitcoin, remember Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So my buddy Viron he invested early in Bitcoin, like he had bought Bitcoins, and he was telling me about it. And one day we were sitting in this studio like a couple of years ago when I was first building it, and he sent me like 40 cents Bitcoin just to show me how it works in the wallet. And then when it spiked up, that 40 cents in my phone was worth $11.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which was cool if I had actually invested in real money, you know. But then I don't even have that phone anymore, so that $11 is in space. It doesn't exist anymore. Point is, had I known about cryptocurrency earlier and known that it was really going to pop, could have invested. But I didn't have money to invest either. Like how, you got to have money to put in to make up. So,
by the way, speaking of like Illuminati shit and like with the movies like Eyes Wide Shut.
yeah.
Remember the one that we saw? Which one was it in the movie theater? That was very like.
And I'm the one who started reading too much into it.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? A vaccine or what the fuck was that movie?
Something with water.
There's no. Oh man. There was. I don't know if people. It was like a thriller movie. Basically, they were in a small town in Europe.
Yeah. Was it? Did it come out in 2018 or 2017?
2017. The Shape of Water. No. Is it The Shape of Water?
The Shape of Water.
Check. Look at the. If it is, Phil, you sneaky cocksucker. Check if it is.
No. That's.
that's
that's
M. Night Shyamalan's.
No, that's the one with that a woman has sex with like the fish man or something.
What?
Yeah.
That's how I was born. It's not Hereditary, but it has a similar type of title. It was where the girl was sick. It was like a mental hospital.
Yeah, but she was actually the daughter of the man that ran the mental hospital.
He was trying to. It was like it was very. Yeah. Oh, people are excited. Phil is in the chat.
Hold on.
If Phil was allowed to come out of the fucking house on a Sunday, he could be in here. Phil was here last Sunday. I don't know why he's not in studio.
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm looking at the movies. Or was it 2016 that it came out on?
We started the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Find this because it's very interesting because I analyzed that and then it turned out I was pretty right.
Yeah, because I Googled it after and you were right.
And I didn't know anything about it. We went in, we started watching it.
Yeah.
You remember what it was though, huh?
I remember the movie. I remember the scenes. I just can't remember the fucking name.
Silver and Gold says stay away from cryptocurrency. Yeah, apparently now it's fucking the boom is over. I knew one guy. I still know him. This is fucking hilarious. Virat told me this story. So
talk while I search this up because I'm very curious now.
He hold on, I'll go on one to talk to them directly. So remember when was it like a year ago when cryptocurrency like Bitcoin became big in the news? You're like, oh, this is exploding, okay? So the people who had it from before were making a lot of money. And my buddy Virat was one of them. He had invested early on, so he was making money. And there's a guy that we know that always tries to either have a scam or to get into something, but he always gets in a day late. He's always late, right, to the party. So this guy, he bought late and then still went out and like they spent all kinds of money on balls and stuff like, yo, we're partying because Bitcoin went up, right? But he bought at a really high price and then kept it too long until he lost his money. It was the funniest thing. So he bought it like triple, 5 times the price and then lost his money. And he was bawling out. He's like, yo, look at this cryptocurrency. But you're supposed to sell. You're supposed to sell at that point. That's you ball out with the money you made. But he was balling out because cryptocurrency was going higher. And then he lost all his money. Yeah. So it's good. Let's see what's going on here. I love Phil, but from far away, mostly because he always looks at Pantelis like he's nuts. He does look at me like I'm nuts. You should see him in real life. He always takes a second. He's like, what?
Who?
What, Phil?
Oh.
Phyllis Balabinus.
A cure for wellness.
A cure for wellness. Poseidon coming through. Poseidon, give Poseidon some love. Poseidon came through. You haven't come through in years.
But I keep coming every day.
You come through sheets, but that's it. So a cure for wellness, if I remember correctly, we're watching the movie. And I keep leaning over to Poseidon. I go, I feel like this is about this. And what I had come to the conclusion of was that it was a weird analogy about secret society, the elites that control the world and control currency, and how they're willing to let everyone else burn, right? Kill everyone else to keep their little piece of the pie. right?
Yeah.
It was something like that. And I had little things that were coming up during the movie, and I was like, it's this, it's this, it's this. And then I think months later, when someone, like film people came out and analyzed the movie, and they had put a thing online,
Yeah.
it was almost verbatim what I thought about when I was watching. I'm not that good at analyzing all films, but that one, for some reason, it was very...
It clicked.
It clicked, I think, because I was very much in conspiracy theories at the time.
Yeah.
So it was all a lot of subject matter, the undertones. It was never fully... If you don't know, if you've never heard about, like... If you don't know about the Rothschilds and... why they killed Kennedy, about the the silver stand that he won, all that stuff, none of it rings. You're just like, all right, this is a movie.
Yeah.
But if you know about that shit, it's much easier to figure it out.
But even I felt it in the movie. But then, you know what's funny? Because I remember when the movie ended and the lights came on, everyone just sat there confused. And
Yeah.
we were laughing. You remember that?
I was like, they don't know, bro.
You were like,
This
"They
is
don't
about
know."
their overlords. Yeah.
Oh, the reason why I bring this up is because there's another movie on Netflix that just came out. It's called Elizabeth Salvage, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it's about a woman that they clone, and the man, she was an orphan, but she loses memory. Anyways, there's a crazy thing. That movie too felt a little like, I don't know if it's a bit of a stretch, but it felt like a little Illuminati-ish, like secret society type of shit. Might be a bit of a stretch, but I got the vibe from it, like the same vibe from A Cure for Wellness,
Yeah.
and the same vibe from Eyes Wide Shut.
Well, Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know how many of you have actually watched Eyes Wide Shut. The first time I ever saw it, I didn't like it. And I don't know if I like it, but I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, this is a stupid movie. And I guess maybe because it was Tom Cruise or whatever, so I didn't give a shit. But the more I would learn about like Stanley Kubrick, and then the more I would watch those analyzing videos about certain scenes and stuff that he would do, and it's shit that I would never think of, even if I was a filmmaker. I was like, fuck, man, that is an interesting thing to do. And even things that you would only see if you would years later be able to freeze frame and zoom in. But he would still do it for the people that would find those details. Like little things like that, be like, that's fucking insane.
He is, yeah. It's a little crazy. Like I remember, I had to, because I went into the movie thinking of all the shit you told me. So even some scenes, I had to pause and be like, well, what the fuck, like. I would try to analyze, and I'm like, ooh, this is weird. And then like after I watched the movie, I went on Google and everything. Like I had a trip on it. I get a hard on these things. I don't know why. Like secret society shit and like creepy shit.
Get a hard on bunch of dudes in robes.
No, but
I don't know why I'm so hard right now.
No, but you know what I mean, bro.
I know exactly. Yeah, you like that kind of shit.
Yeah,
it is interesting. There's something very attractive.
Yeah.
It's a loose. I don't know what the right word is, but it's seductive.
Yes.
It pulls you in.
Yeah.
It pulls you in.
Because it's all about power and shit. I don't know,
It is interesting, but Phil said we should just get you a copy of 1984 so you stop being impressed. But that's gonna have the opposite effect, Phil.
A copy of 1984.
Yeah, the book. Or even Animal Farm, I guess. But he which I have both books, by the way, if you want.
Which
can you read?
Of course I can read.
Okay, so I might pass you.
I'm halfway through 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through. I'm on the 12th law. So, but actually, Phil, that might fuck with him because if you look at like Orwellian stuff and if you see certain things that came true later, like 50 years down the line, you're like, wait a second, how the fuck did they predict this shit?
Oh, I love watching shit like that. It doesn't fuck with me. I
No?
love.
Like 1984 with the screen. Yeah, we're living in it with the screens where you could see people and talk to them, and then you're over. It's all like TV, computers, all that shit came true.
That is crazy though.
But is that just
fucking
life
crazy.
imitating art? Because that's always been the argument. Is it just that we take science fiction and we like it so much that then when we get to a certain place in power, let's say that you could, like, let's say if you were young and you watched a lot of Star Trek,
Yeah.
and then you become a developer, you make apps, programs, okay, and then you go into Apple. You take the ideas that you saw in Star Trek, like the tablets and touchscreen, and you create something based on what you saw there because you love it so much. So the question is that what we're doing? Or is it just sometimes certain science fiction writers back then that knew a lot of what was really happening, what the governments were working on, that wrote books about it and used that stuff in there, and eventually they came
to
out.
write them as science fiction.
Exactly.
Books? Well, because I think it's that because there was something like I think the government is ahead by 50 years or something like that.
The government's always going to be, obviously, they're not going to let you have the latest technology.
By their head, well, not the government, but you know what I mean by the government. Like, I mean, like the army,
Military,
the military. Apparently, they're ahead by 50 years.
But that number's always changing. I heard it used to be 20 years.
Yeah.
But now, the way it's exponential, you're right, it could be 50 years ahead.
So,
50 years ahead of consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But in that case, wouldn't we have, like, wouldn't we be able to, like, teleport? Wouldn't we have, like, spaceships or that we could fucking, you know what I mean? If it was always life imitating art, wouldn't we have, like, wouldn't somebody have found a way publicly to make, like a ship that can literally fly through space and it had, like, thrusters and shit, like, and you know what I mean? Wouldn't...
Well, no, not all sci-fi is based on reality.
No, obviously.
Some is just fantastical thoughts.
No, I know, but wouldn't they have found a way somehow?
Why would they? What you're saying doesn't make sense. Wouldn't they? Why? Because someone wrote it.
Yeah.
I could write that you found a brain. Doesn't mean you're gonna fucking find it the next day. You fucking dipshit. He goes on moments of like, all right, he's a functioning human being to fucking back to retardation. But they wrote it. Can't they go through space?
No, but
Like
I mean,
that.
like, somebody would have tried to figure it out. I feel like...
People are trying to figure it out every day. Fucking Elon Musk is still trying to fly to space.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah. You cocksucker.
That's
What are you
true.
talking about?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
I don't know. I don't think you know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
I don't even know what
I
I
don't
mean
think they know
anymore.
what you mean, but you're trying.
I don't even know what the meaning of life is.
Why would we know if they did? That's another fucking... You know what, Justin? That's actually very, very, very astute. Because a lot of shit happens in the cover of darkness.
Yes.
And a lot of stuff is going on that we have no clue about.
Oh,
See,
yeah, obviously.
And Daniel, the Illuminati wasn't always an evil entity the way it's portrayed today. The Bavarian Illuminati was responsible for the French and American revolutions. That's actually very true.
Yeah.
And it depends who you speak to, right? Because they don't consider themselves evil, right? The enlightened ones, the people who are controlling stuff behind the scenes, obviously, right? It depends where you fall in that spectrum. If
Yeah.
you're at the bottom of the pyramid getting fucked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause
Well, I've also met a lot of Freemasons, by the way.
yeah, I know, but I've met a lot of Freemasons too. But
But they're not. They're just regular folks. You know.
It depends who you speak to. Like, there's
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
into it. Yeah, I remember.
I met one guy though.
Tara just got here. She's like, she got here at the right time.
I met one guy that creeped me out though.
Only one in your whole life. Only one man creeped you out.
Yeah. I forgot his name. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
It was
I
my
met some of
mother's
them.
brother.
They had the rings. They had the ring, the Freemason ring, and everything. I was like, oh shit.
You know, my nephew did once.
What?
They reminded me yesterday. I forgot. I think I'm a bad influence. Like, you can't be a stand-up comic too much. One time he was getting out of the car,
Yeah.
bringing him home. Little nephew, like, what was he, 10 or something? And there was a van, like, it looked creepy. Like he was at the red light just waiting to go, and he just yelled, he's like, "No, I don't want your fucking candy!" And the guy was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
That's actually funny.
It's funny, yeah, but
That's
like,
a good kid right there.
yeah, but it's weird because you don't want to rub off on him too much because then he's gonna say that shit in public, and you know.
Well, he's gonna grow up. He's gonna figure shit out eventually. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
a
clearly
kid.
he's already figured shit out. That's
Yeah.
great. It's brilliant. I love it. But it's just interesting to see. It was Yip Yip. What did Yip Yip do? Let's see.
Who's Yip Yip?
Yeah, Yip Yip is.
Okay. He's on the chat.
No, Phil says it was Yip Yip, but he didn't say anything else.
Oh, maybe he meant it was Yip Yip in the van.
No, why would Yip Yip be in the
I
van?
don't know.
He may have. Who knows? Poseidon said. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
What is he talking about?
God damn it, Phil. God damn it, Phil.
He's too busy filling holes right now. That's
He's
why
filling holes.
he's speaking in codes.
Yeah.
Stuff he can't tell us. He'll disappear.
Phil?
Yeah.
Phil, you're not a secret society type of guy.
I don't
No.
think so.
The man who jerks off in the mirror.
Who jerks off in the mirror?
You know what's funny is YouTube tried to block Phil's penis drawing, which is an 8 equal signs in a D. Come on, YouTube, really? They tried to.
Really?
Yeah, I had to accept to allow the penis to appear.
Then in that case, shouldn't they block stuff like which one was it? American Vandal, that show there. It's somebody pulled a prank drawing penises on all the cars and shit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they ban that? By that logic, shouldn't they ban like?
Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. How do you have the ability to say something so stupid and then top it off with something even dumber and then sit there looking confused like, how come you don't get my stupidity? So he's in a public chat, right? So in the chat, They blocked it for review in case I get offended. They're not gonna go to Netflix. Like, you can't show that movie. There's a penis in it.
Oh, I thought you meant he drew a penis in this just thing. Like he drew.
No. Right now he wrote in the chapters a penis, but it's an 8 equal D, and then they had to let me accept it in case I get offended by the penis.
Okay.
Yeah, they clearly don't watch this channel.
Oh shit.
I shit you not. Why is Shifty Samurai blocked for review? It's a number 1.
What?
I'm not even joking.
Are you
I
serious?
just accepted it. Yeah, it's a number 1.
Just one. Well, maybe they want him to write more inclusive numbers.
Yeah. So Phil, just so you guys know, the boobs were not held for review. But again, Phil drew another penis held for review. I have to show it.
But maybe the number 1, it could be like it's first place. We have to be inclusive. Why didn't he write like number 5?
This is why people hate you. This is exactly why people hate you, Poseidon. Because this time it was a transsexual penis. All right, Phil, that was blocked for review. I got to show it as well. I think because you wrote transsexual, it's not even penis. It's probably it's so fucking. What a world we live in. This whole censor.
Try writing tranny.
Here's the issue with the future, especially kids in the future. Transsexual is fine. Maybe it was penis. Or maybe both of them together. Here's the fucking interesting thing. Kids in the future, when they communicate, how's it going to be? Fuck, I don't... you're going to be scared to say anything. Because everything's documented, everything's recorded.
Yeah, I'm already seeing that at work when I interact with people. They're afraid to look at you in the eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're afraid to look at you in the eyes.
Maybe. I am
Don't make
aggressive.
eye contact.
I am aggressive.
Just play dead. That's what they taught me in school. Roll around.
No, but people like, I've noticed some of my clients, they'll crack a joke and they're like, by the way, I'm only joking. And they like freak out. I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. You don't know who you're talking to. I go to them.
No, it shows up fine, Marvin, because I keep allowing it. I keep clicking show. But basically people will post something, and I have the option to reject it or to allow it, and I always just allow it because it's like, somebody drew a penis. Poseidon's eyes might bleed. Like what?
I can't even see the chat.
Yeah, first of all, if you get offended by fucking penises in the chat, you've come to the wrong show.
And not even real penises. It's just an 8 equals sign and then the letter D.
Yeah.
So that's not.
But if you use your imagination,
hey,
anything is possible. Yeah, they don't want kids to use their imagination anymore. That's what it is. Let's see. Kids will reject the censorship. I have faith. Joseph, it's that generation thing, right?
Yeah.
They do the opposites. So my generation, like us right now, we're against it. So probably the next one might not be. And then after that, people are going to be like, hey, what the fuck? Like the people that are going to grow up in a fully censored world, they're going to they're going to find like an old album of something.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, this guy said, I'm not homophobic, you're heterophobic. You're looking at my balls through my jeans.
Or they land on our videos.
Yeah, they land on our videos. They're like, that's how the world used to be? I want to go back to that. Dude, the Office, Daniel, somebody brought that up to me. Even the show The Office?
Yeah?
Even The Office had gags that now would be viewed as offensive.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it shifted. See, silver and gold, I got to allow your message of a dong. A black dong. Yeah, it's good. Thank God you cleared that up. It's longer. It is. More equal signs. So, Phil's out. All right, Phil. See you bitches on Thursday's show. Yeah, me and Phil are going to have new This Interesting this week. So, what was I saying?
The Office.
Yeah, The Office. So, yeah, it has a lot of stuff that now people get offended by. Because now it's words that offend people. It's not even context.
What?
Yeah.
Just words.
Well, I mean, the whole gag is offensive to them now. But I'm saying now people are even offended by simple words. So imagine a show that has a theme that's a little edgy. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to be mainstream. Trannies. You say trannies. Just a word is offensive.
And they're going to flip their shit.
Doesn't matter if the context is, I'm a tranny, I love tranny. It doesn't matter. It's the word. Why? Because we've made it a badge of honor. We're not responsible, but people have made a badge of honor of, what did they do to you? Oh, that's not right. You know, you've made the victim, not even the victim, the self-proclaimed victims, heroes. So that pushes people to look for stuff like, what's gonna offend me? What's gonna offend me? You know?
You know what pisses me off about all this, bro, is that we live in an area of the world where we're so blessed, bro. North America, we're just so, and people find.
But that's why they have to find stuff. They don't have real. Some people, I think certain fuckers feel guilty that they don't have real problems and they make them up.
What?
Yeah, I think they feel guilty because they look at TV, they look at it, and like, fuck, other people, you know, broken homes, relationships that fall apart. All they see all the stuff that they never had to go through. Anything. It could be anything. Getting fired. It could be anything. And then they feel guilty for not having that done. So then they try to up the victimization, try to show like, no, I'm a victim too. I've been through shit, and they make stuff up.
Well, I've been through so much shit too, but I don't play the victim.
No.
I hate that shit.
No, but you can't play the victim because of us around you. We would beat the shit out of you relentlessly.
No, but not just that. Like if you think about it, like I had a friend. Okay, should I talk about this?
Yeah, you can talk about it. Because first of all, we all know it's a lie. Had a friend who's buying this shit.
So, well, I do have a friend.
I believe.
Anyways, so the guy, he was hurting himself because he went through a bad breakup with a girl.
Like cutting himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that shit.
And he's a good kid. You know what I mean? He's not a piece of garbage, and he's a good kid. So I had to give him like a pep talk.
You gave someone a pep talk?
Yeah,
I'm very proud of you.
I have to give him a pep talk because I felt bad. Like, bro,
did you say, dude, it could get worse? Look at me.
No, I had to give him the whole pep talk of like, bro, think about where you live and of his nationality. I told him, bro, just think about your country.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he's logical, you know. I go, how shit is your fucking country? I go, I goes, yeah, you're right. I visited once. I hated it. I'm like, okay, now think about the country. Like, I had to give him like to make him realize of like, yo, bro, like you got so much here. Like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't let yourself go down. And like, it's true. Like, we're just so blessed here. And then people think this. They play the victim. Like, it pisses me off, man. Because like they can go, they literally not even to Asia or like in, you know what I mean? Those countries, 3-hour flight down south, bro.
Go to Cuba.
Cuba, bro. Do you know how people live, bro? Bro, they don't have water to drink. Bro.
And then people like you go there and have sex with their young daughters who are forced into prostitution because no money. It's true. It's true. You were there. You did it. You know you contributed to it, but you did. You saw it from the other side.
Yeah.
You were the elitist. I'm not mad at you for it.
I know.
I'm just saying that is what happened. We had the whole episode about that. Yeah. That is what happened, and it's not just you. There's other guys that go down there. There's other. And the fact that that's the way out. Like shit, I gotta get. It happens in the Philippines too.
Yeah.
It happens in the Philippines where I think the oldest daughter is kind of in certain villages is kind of like, all right, we got to send her to the city to be a waitress or whatever, anything to do to send back money so that they could survive, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. That's what I'm saying. When you complain about nonsense, like I don't know,
it aggravates me.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's all nonsense now. I stopped. Oh, I'll give you guys an example. Right now, today. So we're writing this thing. We're trying to do the web series stuff with. So it's Abba and Preach. If you don't know Abba and Preach, you could look at their YouTube channel. They have a lot of stuff on there. So Abba and Preach, Wasim Al Munzer, and we have Sarah Quinn also. So I was at Abba's house right before I came here. So it was, Sarah's in LA right now. So she Skyped in, but her fucking Airbnb, the Wi-Fi is not working. So she went to a cafe. She had her headphones on and she's talking to us, right? Just in those other tables who are sitting there. And at a certain while, I guess we were saying some shit that was pretty funny, so she was laughing too a bit. And she's not, you know how she's like a normal. She's not like us. She's not like.
She's a little more
subdued. She's a normal,
contained.
Yeah, human being out there. She could pass as a regular person. Where us, we can't get away with it. And we can hear this. Me and Ab are sitting there, and we hear a guy go up to her, and he's like, "Excuse me, you're a little loud. Can you stop, or can you go find a hostel nearby? Can you go find a hostel?" Dude, you know what would have happened if somebody said that to me? If they had the balls to come say that to me in a cafe?
Get back,
I would have turned hostile very fucking quick. But she got so embarrassed, and she was like, what the fuck? And then we told her, just hang up, send us whatever ideas you have by mail. Because I felt bad that I wasn't there to fucking smack someone. But Jesus Christ, what is that? Because she's having a conversation. She's alone. She's having it on the computer. But other people are there in the cafe having the same level of audio conversation with the people in front of them. So because she's talking to herself, it's the problem.
No, what's that guy's problem, bro?
Yeah. The guy's problem is that I wasn't there. That's his fucking problem.
Why don't you... I see another thing
But people won't say that shit to me and you because we're big, too.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's always...
And we look aggressive. Like, I look aggressive.
Yeah, that's the problem. But I like seeing it happen to someone when I'm there, so I could step in.
Yeah. When I used to take the bus, man, people would say shit to people. I would get aggravated.
Yeah.
But one time I got in trouble, and I'm like, from now on, I would just.
You know, you just reminded me of what? Oh, Coco, you missed a lot. You could go back and watch it later. But I just thought of a funny story. Coco might even get this too. When I was in high school. So it's funny because in Montreal, like, so I don't know, it's still like that now too. If you were to take the bus from, let's say, downtown all the way up to, let's say, Park X, every area, like every certain, has its own demographic that lives there.
In Park X?
Yeah, so when you would, what now is known as the Plateau, like bordering Outremont, back in the day, anything, when you'd get on, it was a lot of Hasidic Jews.
Yeah.
Even on the bus, that's what it, okay. So I remember I used to strategically, when I was going down, time when I would get on, like which stop, and also who I would stand over, knowing when they're going to get off. So I remember when it was Hasidic Jews, I'm like, they're going to have to get off somewhere in Outremont. So I'm going to stand over the Hasidic Jew, take that spot.
Hey.
Right? That's fucking smart. That's fucking... So I remember a lady who tried to steal my seat because I was standing over the guy, and I moved back so he gets up to leave. And then another lady went to say, well, what are you doing? I was standing over there. It's like, well, no, I'm not shut. And I go, listen, lady. I go, I have a fucking strategy. There's a reason why I stood over the Jew. All right? I go, and I was like, I have a fucking strategy. Why is she trying to steal my seat? Like, I did my part.
Yeah.
You can't just walk in and assume you're going to take it.
Yeah.
You didn't have the foresight.
Oh, but I never had that problem. You know why? Because when I used to work downtown, I used to take the bus from here. So it was as it was starting from the arena, I would hop on, sit in the back.
Oh,
chill.
that was me in high school because I used to take it from the metro. I was the first guy on.
Yeah.
So I used to have the best seat in the back.
And then it was when I would finish work downtown, I would always be one of the first ones waiting in line to get on.
Yeah.
So I was always chilling.
So you never had that.
I never had that struggle.
Yeah, man, I remember having that. Except for going to school. So going to school in the morning was the best because I was the first one on.
Okay, but coming back,
we all came back at the same time. Yeah. So I think, but it didn't matter because it would always be, because everybody's in the bus from school. You're all fucking around yelling and.
Oh man, I remember the 179 or the 179.
Yeah.
Bro, what a shit show of a bus.
Yeah, we used to wrestle in there sometimes.
God damn, bro. Beatings, people called beatings. Remember those plastic things people used to take? They would bend the tip and then whack people with
Oh, shit.
Yo, do you remember that shit?
Guys, I got a funny story for you. So most buses are probably like this, but there's ads in buses. I don't know. I haven't been in a bus in fucking years now.
They took those off.
They took those off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what it was is, like, so they would put the ad, it was like a poster right on the side, so different companies would pay and put them on, and they would be held together by these white plastic, I guess it's the kind of like ruler almost.
Yeah,
like
they were kind of long. They were like this long.
Yeah, they were like that long, and they would hold the signs up. And what a lot of people would do, in the bus, you'd pull it out because it would be like all, it'd be bendy, flexible, and then you'd smack each other with it. But then I think it was Dano who taught me this. But this was during when I first started. This was my first or second year in high school. Then they changed shit. Those plastic things were the same thickness as quarters. And you could take it and cut a quarter shape around it.
No.
Yeah. And you didn't have to be exact. You have to be close enough. And I remember you could get away with a lot of arcades in certain places.
No.
Getting away with it as quarters. I remember my first year in high school, and I think Dano taught me that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was never taught that.
But then all machines changed then to get the new bills, to get all that. And then the weight came into effect. Like, so they did different things. But I remember that it was working on a lot of machines, and you would cut a circle around it. Yeah.
Really? Well, obviously, because the guy would open the machine and he'd see a bunch of plastics and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, that must have been a freak out. Yeah.
But that sucks for the guy because as a kid, you don't think about this. But those machines is a business. You invest. You know what I mean? You buy it.
Yeah.
So imagine it was like flipping.
And you know what else? Here in Montreal, when I was in high school, now they changed. So now the bus pass, the bus pass now, it has your fucking ID on it. You have to get it's the microchip. You scan it. That's why I don't want to get that shit. And it knows all your details. But back in the day, when I first started high school, Coco, you're going to remember this shit too. You would buy a bus pass, and they were cheaper too. Now they're $80. They used to be like $12, and then they kept going up. And it was just a photo. And you have the magnetic strip in the back.
And the magnetic different colors.
The magnetic strip would work for the metro. So every month you have to buy a new bus pass, and the magnetic it lasts for the whole month. And the magnetic strip you need it for the metro, but for when you get on a bus, there's no magnetic. It's not like now where you scan the card; you just show a picture of it.
Yeah.
So there was kids I remember that would not need the metro in high school; they would just take the bus. That people would start a business. They would buy the bus pass for themselves, color photocopy it back in the day when they were rare.
Really?
Cut it, plastify it, put it inside the wall. You know your wall, you have like an ID photo? Put it in there, and when they get on the bus, just show it.
Really?
Yeah, I remember it was a Turkish kid, Tunçay, who was selling. He showed me.
I remember kids used to pass it out the window so their friends.
Same
can
thing.
Get on.
You get on the bus, pass out the window, your friend comes
Yeah.
in. All kinds of. And then in the metro, you couldn't do it, right? Because there's no magnetic strip. So either you would pretend that it's broken, or you would have to jump the thing, the turnstiles. But normally you wouldn't go through that trouble. The people that would get it would be those guys, the guys who just need to take the bus.
Interesting.
Yeah, little memories that you brought up. Fucking Poseidon taking me down nostalgia road.
Memory lane, yeah. I remember in high school, when I was in high school, they were like $32.
Yeah, because you're younger than me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then now they're like, what? They're $98
I don't fucking
for
know,
a
bro. I don't take
monthly
the- I don't take the
bus
bus.
pass.
Rihan says this is Rihan Akhtar says that this is boring. That's what happens. It's hit or miss. You never know with these live shows. Totally off topic, but since I'm starting to watch the Minnesota Wild stay in the wild card, which hockey team do you follow? Don't all Canadians love hockey? No, we do. Deeds, we love hockey. I personally am a New Jersey Devils fan.
I like the fights. I like the fights, the fisticuffs
Yeah.
when they get into scraps.
Poseidon's not really a sports guy.
I like watching combat sports though. I can't. The only time I can watch sports is if the Raptors play
Yeah, okay, yeah, you've been in the Raptors, yeah.
and if Greece plays.
Yeah, soccer.
That's the only time.
That's it.
Apart from that, even when the Habs play, I'm like, meh.
Yeah,
But when
no.
it's a fighting sport and they're fucking killing each other, I'm like, oh motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
that's-
combat sports. I
You
don't
just
know
like
why.
fights.
I'm a scrapper, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
it's just the fights that you like. But no, for me, it's the New Jersey Devils. I always like the Devils, but they suck this year. Taylor Hall got injured. But I
Who?
guess
Who?
Taylor Hall got injured. in
See,
the
I don't
beginning
even
of
know
the
who
season.
that is.
Why would you? But point is, Deeds, yeah, everybody pretty much likes hockey, but every city has their own. Like here, it's Montreal Canadiens. And then, let's see, the Yellow Vests. Public transportation in the U.S. is a joke. The people are the worst on buses. Yeah, it's like that anywhere. Admiral is describing what he's like in the sack. It's like watching paint dry, boring. Oh, yeah, I guess. Somebody's unhappy with our level of discussion today.
Okay.
Yeah. Guess who gives a fuck? Nobody. So here's the thing. Yeah, Ray, obviously you're going for the Bolts. You're goddamn Florida, man. Florida, by the way, the wackiest place on the planet. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? Florida's crazy. You're always doing crazy shit.
There was that thing. This chick started a thing on Twitter, like put in Florida man and your date of birth, and it gives you like a ridiculous
Story?
news headline. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually funny, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I searched mine up. I don't remember what it was.
Yours?
Yeah.
was your
Hold on.
Your dad.
Hold on. Let's do it. It's gonna be fun. And do yours too, Florida man.
Yeah, you could do mine.
Yeah, it's in my searches.
So speaking of the Yellow Vests, Justin, the Yellow Vests are still protesting in fucking France.
Really?
They didn't never it's every weekend, and they're blowing shit up. There's fires. Yeah. What are you gonna say? What's the headline?
Florida man was high on erotic themed nitrous oxide when he killed lawyer. Police say.
Jesus fucking Christ. Ray,
Ah shit.
that is what a fucking wacky place to live.
What's yours? Hold on.
The revolution will not be televised. Apparently, the revolution, might be televised. Who fucking knows? Everything's on TV now. But we don't know. But Joseph, that's it's interesting because they're not really showing it unless you look for the headlines. The Yellow Vests are like old news. Because now it's entertainment. It's not real news anymore.
Yeah.
Because if they were delivering real news, they would care about actually showing what's happening right now. But it's not. It's all this narrative shit.
Yeah.
How they're going to sell.
What day were you born, by the way? I forgot.
September 24th. Those guys always look like they're 80 and have been smoking meth for 50 years. And they're really 40. That's how they look like. They don't look their fucking age. They don't look their fucking age at all. I think it's meth. I think that's what it is. It's the meth that fucks up your face.
In Florida. You're in Florida. You're talking about?
Yeah, no, meth heads.
Well, yeah,
Meth fucks
obviously
up your
drugs.
But
destroys you.
Ray knows this too. It's not all these cases are bigger in Florida for some reason because I guess when they do it in Florida they go big. But it's not just Florida. Like there's everywhere. It's fucked up everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just Florida for some reason is the place for the headlines. I don't know why. It's like they all gather, but the weather helps too, I guess.
Yeah, because it's warm, right? Throughout the whole year.
Yeah, so especially if you get
So
homeless
if you're
guys.
gonna be homeless,
Yeah, you'd rather go into. Mine was Florida man commits murder over imaginary girlfriend. Justin, if the Yellow Vests are not violent, because I have seen stuff set ablaze. So I've seen cars set ablaze. I've seen stuff broken into. I've seen the fucking riot police shoot people in the face with those metal. You saw that one guy with a Molotov cocktail who blew up his own hand?
Where was this?
The yellow vests.
I didn't see that. Holy shit!
All over, and the thing is, I think there's two combative things happening at once because the yellow vests are fighting for one thing, but then there's like those people that burn down those churches in. But I think there's like Islamic extremists that are like just tapping into the anarchy.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
So it's just a clusterfuck.
In France, yeah, in France it's pretty fucked up.
Oh shit! Oh man, no wonder they're coming off the plane all fucking stressed.
Oh yeah,
bro,
you
these
get
French.
agitated.
Yeah, bro, they come in, and they're relieved, bro. They're like,
my country's on fire.
they're like relieved, you know. And they're like, we're just happy to be here, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you know. Oh my god, that's why their attitude levels have gone down as well. Holy shit, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're happy to be free. Justin, the police are violent only. I don't think it's just the police. I think it could be mostly the police because I think they were given carte blanche. I think the government told them like, do you want some help from the military too? Like the government's not helping. Yeah, the government's like they're fucking beating the shit out of people. So on one hand, it's like okay, you guys have to there's protests, so they're pissed off. But on the other hand, if you're protesting and your friend gets fucking shot in the face with a rubber bullet by a SWAT person, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna fucking retaliate. You know what? So it's just that's what it is. What they should do is fucking lower taxes. That'll help people.
Yeah. That'll get them to stop complaining.
Ray, definitely we have to come down to Florida. Mike comes down all the time. Mike has a place in Florida, loves it.
Go to Miami.
Yeah, you're a Miami guy.
Yeah, I'm even the way I dress is very Miami.
You're very DJ Khaled.
Yeah?
Yeah. Another one.
I'm DJ Khaled-esque.
Yeah. Except you're talking about dicks. Another one.
Fucking guy. But did you follow him on Snapchat for a bit?
I haven't been on Snapchat in a long time. I used to. Is anybody here on Snapchat? I still have Snapchat.
I used to follow him on Snapchat. Hilarious.
I'll open it once every 3 months, the app, and I won't record anything. I'll just see some stories and be like, I don't like this.
But you can go on YouTube and type in DJ Khaled best Snapchat moments.
I feel like you're overestimating how much I give a shit about DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I am.
Like another one, and we made fun of him, but that's it.
You know what I noticed? I was watching a music video recently. Where was I? I was at my barber. And bro, if you pay attention to DJ Khaled in music videos, when others are singing, you go, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's just there and he's doing this.
DJ
No, not even.
Khaled.
And just at some point he's there and he just goes.
Yeah, he's dancing. he's like a dancing bear. He's like a circus bear.
You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro?
Yeah.
But like, he's not even going with the flow or like the beat. He's like off.
But
like,
is he killing it? Is he making money? Are
He
people
is.
going? So he's doing something. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Business is booming, as he
So
says.
Justin, you said it's not just about taxes. No, I didn't say it's about taxes. I said that taxes will help. If you tell people, all right, keep your money, people are generally like, all right, stay out of my business. We're happy. But what's it mostly about? What are they mad about, Justin? That is unsavable. That they don't. There's no negotiation. What are they so pissed about? And Silver and Gold says, I hope Trump closes our southern border. If you close the southern border, close officially, doesn't that mean that nobody can go through? What if you're an American citizen?
Oof.
Or do you mean close it, or does he mean, rather, Trump, close it to just illegals? Like, if you don't have papers, you can't get through at all, which is kind of what they do now, no?
They already do that.
Yeah. So I don't know what they mean by close. Do they just mean like nobody goes in and out? In or out? That's
Like
a little
lockdown.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah, it is a little extreme.
Yeah. That's sad. That is a bit fucking extreme.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think it would just be if you have papers or like a visa, I think it could go through, no problem.
Not if it's closed. Border's closed.
But then
the store is closed, bro. You can't come in here.
But if you're a traveling businessman, let's say, and you go between Mexico and US often, wouldn't you take a plane? You wouldn't take the car.
Well, it depends how close to the border you live. Like if you're a traveling businessman
Have
and
you seen the border, US-Mexico border, bro? You don't want to be stuck in that traffic, bro. There's like 50 lanes, and they're all fucking clogged.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in that. Fuck that.
I don't know. But I know a lot of comics in LA. They used to like drive down to Tijuana and stuff a lot. Like, so it sounds like it's doable. It sounds like people drive down there all the time to fuck around.
I guess.
So the whole system is coming to a head, Justin says. Yeah, we don't talk about that enough, but fucking France is on fire.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And Justin, what do you think? What do you think is the what do you think is the solution? You think a new government? I think the problem is too much government.
Yeah, so less government.
Yeah.
You take away their power. But how do you take away their power? This is what, I've been thinking about this a
Yeah.
few times. So let's say the current governmental system we have
Yeah.
now, right? Let's say in France. How would the people take back power?
Fully.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be one guy dictating where your money goes and how big the government gets. It should be it could be a popular vote. It's not just France. Yeah, Justin, it's not just France. It's all over the place, even here. So let's just say, for example, taxes. Here we pay the highest in North America.
Yeah.
Combined, we have our provincial and the federal. Now, theoretically, and I think Texas and Florida are good about this, the sweat of your brow, right, should garner your, like you should be able through the sweat of your brow to live. So if you're working, basically, your sweat, you should be able to live with the money you're making.
Yeah.
Here, it's not the case. Here, whatever you get, their hand is in your pocket, they want half. So the power of the people here would be, no, we dictate. The people do a vote on how much they're willing collectively to give you. Let's say it's 10% or 15%. You went from 40%, now you have, and your job as elected officials is to work within that. I'm giving you, this is your budget.
Yeah.
Work within this. Don't have 14 people doing one person's job. No, you can't anymore. This is all I'm giving you. Instead, it's the opposite. Instead, is they get elected and they're like, yeah, give me more money. I want to do this. Oh, you don't want? You don't want to pay your taxes? You're going to jail. What the fuck are you talking? Well, I'm in charge here, not you. You work for me. No, you're going to jail. No, it should be, this is what I'm willing to give you, right? Work with it. Instead, the reason why government gets bigger and bigger, that's why they say bigger government, they get involved in more shit and more shit. It grows too much. You need to pay these salaries. They don't produce anything. Like a politician is not creating anything.
Yeah.
Right? He needs entrepreneurs to create jobs and to create technologies. He's not creating anything. So they don't have anything to offer, really. They're supposed to be there to handle shit, but they're not. They're there to take shit. Because if you just decide, we need more jobs, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the Census Bureau bigger and have more people working census, how's that helping anything? You have 50 more employees, 100 more employees doing the same. This is stupid. That's what they do. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and currency.
I'm fed up of giving away half my paycheck. Fuck every 2 weeks, bro.
It's impossible for the people to take back power in this modern age, Noah says, if it feels like that. Noah, it is a little tricky now, yeah, because it's so... there's so much stuff that they can do against you. Let's say if you're a public speaker, and the way you want to start the revolution is by publicly going after these institutions and talking about how corrupt they are and how we can take the power back. Then, in this day and age, smear campaign. It doesn't even need to be true. They could just come out and some girl could say that you sexually assaulted her.
Yeah.
To the point where people give up on you. The guy that assaulted. The second they take you out of the conversation, charged or dropped or whatever, but you're already meaningless now. Nobody wants to listen to you because even though it wasn't true, you're going to be seen as that guy.
Yeah.
So already there, you could stop that one person. It has to be someone who gets into government
From within.
Yeah, and it's the only way to do it from within. And
Like
Trump's
a cure for wellness.
yeah, and Trump's not that guy. I know that people wanted Trump to be that guy, but he's not that guy because Trump was always still one of the elites. He's a different type, you know.
Yeah.
But he's still one of
But then if there was going to be an inside guy, wouldn't the whole goal be to not know he's the inside guy? It's just
no, but it's different because ideologically, right? That's not what Trump gives a fuck about.
Yeah,
you know what I
obviously.
mean. So yeah, you would.
He cares about lining his pockets and his friends' pockets.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll change the rules, but not to really change the country for better and lower and reduce the government. I'll change the rules to make sure that I could get away with doing this thing and next thing, and I could build here, and I could buy this for less. That's what they do, and that's what they've always been doing, right? Yeah. So, and then that's why it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Government gets bigger because they want to have more. Oh, we should be in charge of this. Oh, we should be in charge of this. We should be in charge. And it's that communism, for example, that's big government. That's the biggest government. Everything belongs to the state. It's just fucking scary. And then they invent, they make stuff up. That's why everybody gets the same salary. For you know what I mean? For example, it's because they just make jobs up. Oh, you need a job, you work for the state. You go to this mine. You go. You don't even decide.
Do you know what's crazy that you're saying this now? I know a girl who works for the government and she's always traveling, but she's never working.
What do you mean?
She's always her job.
Her job is to do stuff internationally.
Yeah, like she travels.
Well, if that's the job,
but like every day she's at a beach. Every day she's, you rarely see her in an office doing shit.
Yeah. Well, it depends. I know my buddy, he took, especially when in the government, they got mad at him because he took sick leave for like over a year. Because once
Really?
you get tenure, yeah, he's like, I'm depressed. And they were paying him. Yeah. But he was depressed. But he was depressed because he's working for the government.
That's a vicious cycle, bro.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then they're in a weird place too. It's like, wait. So the government is paying him. The government is paying him sick leave because he's depressed. If they were, let's say, for example, if he could get fired and then be unemployed, the government would then pay him welfare to be.
They would pay him chômage. How do
Yeah.
you say it in
Welfare.
Welfare.
Or employment insurance.
Yeah.
That's unemployment. That's if he would get like laid off. But if you get fired because you're not doing your job, you don't get employment insurance here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I remember when Pantelis tried to fuck me.
But how crazy is that to think about that? That's what I'm saying when it gets too big. So you're creating jobs just to have them in there and say that I created new jobs. And then the guy doesn't show up. What do? You're like, oh, I'm going to fire him. The government's still going to end up paying him if it's welfare.
Yeah.
Because you're not promoting privatization. You're not promoting the individual to get bigger, right? You're not promoting. That's not what you're promoting. People becoming dependent on the state.
Wow, this has really gotten out of hand, eh?
Yeah, but nobody thinks about it. No.
I would never think like I would never really think about it until he said it. Now I'm like, holy shit, kind of crazy.
Yeah, Joseph, it's funny because I had that. People were asking me if I'm a conservative or because I always think I'm in the middle. But the fact that I want smaller government and lower taxes, apparently always they're like, no, you're conservative if you want smaller government and lower taxes. So it might be. Yeah, the deep state. Let's see, Thomas Jefferson proposed an amendment that would give us thousands of representatives instead of a few hundred we have. And that's how it should be, Daniel. It should be more, because locally now you don't have any power, right? Like let's say it's the state, it's you don't really have, but it should be like that. It should be smaller, I don't want to say cut, because it totally depends on what you're producing, right? Like here, the way they cut the lines, the neighborhoods and the representatives is a little weird too. It doesn't make sense. They keep changing. But in general, something that's good for a full area, that representative gets to go up and then discuss what they need and they bring it back down, right? So everyone's taken care of on that level. That's not what happens now. Is you're electing people that are representatives, but you have like, let's say on this island, there was 200, what was the number? Remember it came out a while ago?
Oh yeah, almost as much as New York.
Yeah, and New York is, no, more than New York. Like
More.
Yeah, and New York is huge. New York has millions of fucking people.
Yeah, bro, there's like 10 million living in New York, and during the day there's like another 10 that move in.
Dude, and
for work.
And we need fucking 8 times as many politicians on this island. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, complete lunacy.
Insane.
But that just goes to speak about the culture of the city too, like in the province, the way people mooch.
But it's
a
the whole
bit.
country.
More here.
Yeah, Quebec definitely.
More here.
Yeah.
Like the way people mooch and the way they hate on people if they're doing well. Like it seems to be like a recurring theme.
It's true. As soon as I started doing well, people started hating. Fuck 'em.
Fuck the haters.
You learn how to tell a joke, bitch.
Fuck the haters. Fuck bitches got money.
And they are all idiots, Ray says. Get Ray.
Who's all idiots?
In general, like the haters,
obviously.
the fucking politicians, they're all dumb.
You know what drives me nuts about people who are like that though? Is like they think that because you're doing well, they're not.
Yeah, I've already made this argument that it's lunacy.
Yeah.
Focus on building yourself up instead of tearing people down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because even if you tear that person down, you won't be any better. You're still going to be in the same predicament.
No, in general, you've just wasted your time by trying to take something down. And yeah, that I've made, but you have to have some kind of understanding. Like but normally the common sense eludes these people. So, and that's why their whole life they're stuck in a rut. They're focused on trying to take you down, which normally doesn't work. Like unless you're
no, it never does.
Because when you reach a certain level, like you're clearly succeeding, breaking, like you've reached a certain mindset where you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna keep
it doesn't
doing what I'm
affect.
doing. It doesn't affect. So it's just people wasting their energy trying to fuck with you. But
That's
seldom does it work.
It's funny that you say that.
Why? Someone's trying to take you down? Really? Who?
We'll talk about this. I can't talk about this.
Why?
Huh?
Really? Someone's mad at you?
Yeah.
For what?
I can't talk about this on like a live show.
No?
No.
Why? Are they watching?
No, but maybe they might see it. So
Okay, so hold on. The thing is, they're mad at you for your recent successes.
yeah.
Like what successes? Being part of the podcast and stuff like that?
No, it has to do with work.
Oh yeah, it's true. That I know. That's true.
Yeah. Because I perform.
Long story short, Poseidon has been performing pretty well,
Yeah.
and certain people are mad at him.
That I've been performing.
Yeah,
They think I'm in the way.
I'm in the way. If he wasn't this good, I would be better.
Yeah, which
doesn't-
makes it.
That's how, dude. I'm telling you, if Steph Curry wasn't in the NBA, I'd be the one banking all those threes.
Exactly.
That's how it works. That's how it works. So fucking stupid.
Fuck Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Too bad he exists.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been.
Well, he has retired, Poseidon. That shouldn't stop you now.
Well, no, I know, but
I
like,
know exactly. I'm just busting your balls. I know exactly what you mean. That's so stupid.
who was it that said this? The losers remain losers because they focus on the winners, and the winners
Win because they
win.
focus on winning.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how I tell people like, you have any I have no advice for anything. The only advice I have is whatever
Focus
the fuck
on
you want
winning.
to do. Yeah, focus on doing that.
And once you simplify things like that, it becomes so much easier.
And everybody's gonna tell you can't do it. It could be anything. You want to open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
You want to become. You want to take a class at night. Anything. There's always gonna be a shitload of people who are like, that's stupid. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But also, the second you do it, they're gonna be the first ones who are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Like, you're really doing that? Oh my god!" Like, it's always like that.
I know.
I've lived it many times. No, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Honestly, especially now, nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, if you just focus on growth and bettering yourself, I think any person will be good. All
Yeah.
right, they'll do all right for themselves. You know.
Yeah. And democratic socialism is still it is. And these are all weird terms that are being thrown around. They're just trying to. It's like it's socialism, but it's reduced. Look, there's the word socialism is great. You want social. You want to help people. That's amazing. I'm all for helping people. What they're doing is not helping people. Social, like, how is you getting paid 150 G's a year as a politician to take half of my money? Who are we helping? Why are you making that much money?
Yeah.
And you're getting taxed at a reduced rate because you're in government.
It's complete lunacy.
It's complete lunacy. It's
Yeah.
it's all overlords
Yeah.
deciding. Oh, this fuck you. Why don't you go contribute? Bernie Sanders, your whole fucking life.
He hasn't contributed.
He's
to
a
anything.
millionaire. He hasn't contributed shit.
And he has what, 4 mansions?
Yeah, he hasn't contributed shit. He's made all his money by being in politics.
You know what? He's still a miserable old fuck.
Yeah, you know why he's a miserable old fuck? Because he hasn't contributed anything. He hasn't created anything.
Yeah.
He hasn't given anybody anything. He's just take. Oh, I want this. I want this. Fuck you. Go make something. Piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of stuff. These fucking people, these bottom feeders, they don't create, they don't
Leeches.
contribute.
They're
Leeches. And then they have the fucking balls to be like, these guys you're the same. You're the same. You just have a different way that you want to rob people. Same. Just don't fucking rob people. How about that?
Yeah.
But they can't because they can't. What's he going to do? He's got nothing to offer society. What's Bernie Sanders going to do?
He can't work in
What's he going to sell?
construction.
Glasses?
Can't sell anything.
It's going to be a commercial. Like, look at these new spectacles, boys. Like, what is he going to do? He's got nothing to offer anyone.
Yeah, it's
He doesn't know
true.
anything about economics. He's not going to offer anyone anything.
He literally has 0 to offer.
Zero. That's why he got involved in politics.
I feel better about myself.
And how lucrative are politics, where you could fucking have those many houses and that
Yeah,
kind of shit.
yeah, and be worth millions.
Yeah. How you're not doing anything. You clearly have done shit all.
They're living the life, bro.
Well, I don't know if that's a life. I wouldn't want to live that life.
Well, no, obviously, but like,
Dude, if I was in politics, it'd be fucking hell. I'd be fighting with everyone. And that's all it'd be. Be like a representative of Park Extension was fighting again. He repeatedly called another delegate a faggot.
I could see it, bro.
Yeah.
With your when you do your finger
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, seriously. Come here, stupid. You know? He's made a mockery.
of our
Yeah.
of our system.
Yeah, it would be something like that. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to sit there and take that. Be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. But these people don't care. They're like, oh, I'm getting paid. Yeah, garbage and offering 0. Yeah, Tara would vote for me. Tara guaranteed. I think a lot of people would, but it just would I be able to help, or would somebody be like, we have to kill this guy? This is too much.
But yeah, it's always the same argument.
Yeah, Daniel says stop focusing so much on the growth and more on bettering yourself. That shirt can't handle much more growth. Fucking Dan with the zingers, bro. He's right.
Well, you know what I meant by growth, bro. You grow spiritually and mentally, not physically.
too fucking funny.
Hey, shit.
Yeah, but it is. I'm surprised. Normally, I don't get into politics with Poseidon, but you had something to say today.
Yeah, today I'm in the mood. I've been very relaxed lately. I feel like I've
Matured.
well, it's
We don't want to go that far. We don't want to lie.
But I don't know. I've just been relaxed. I've been calm. I've been able to think clearly. Before I would just get mad at stuff. You know what I mean? Like people would do shit. I would just get I would get aggravated. Now I'm able to like let shit go. Just be like, just be cool about it. You know?
Do you have any reason in your head on why that is?
I think I got tired. I got tired of reacting to shit.
Hate takes way more energy, right?
Yes, you know? So I got tired of reacting to shit and being like hateful. So I'm just like, no, I'm just cool. You know, I'm just like, it's cool. You wanna tell me this or you wanna act like this with me? Go ahead. It doesn't change. It's not gonna stop me from making money, working.
I wonder how long this is gonna last.
I don't know.
The new Poseidon.
Yeah. But like this is how I feel lately. And this is what I do. Just, okay.
You're just living your life.
Yeah.
Not angry.
Yeah.
Not even on the road.
Not even.
Not even at Tim Hortons.
On my way here, I got cut off 3 times.
And what did you say? Have a good day, sir.
No, I didn't say have a good day, but I was like, look at this fucking clown. But I didn't react. I didn't get aggravated. I was like, whatever. I'm gonna get to where I need to get. You know.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
You might, in fact, live longer now because of that.
Yeah, you think so?
If it lasts. I don't know if it's
If it lasts. Oh, I still get my moments where
because
I'm like,
anything. The problem with you is that anything could set you off. You could be like, oh, he cut me off. It's fine, you know. And then somebody could be like, excuse me, sir. Sir, I'm a man. And then fucking everything goes crazy. Like, yeah. So
but I think I've resulted to this because of I've been in a very stressful environment the past year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, so that I think it's kind of like forced me to be like this. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking die by the time I turn 30.
I think it'll be good for you.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. You can have a heart. Yeah, maybe. It does.
It does. Stress fucks you up.
Yeah, stress. I think that's the number one killer.
Yeah. So like
that, and I think Islamic extremists. I think. Number one killers. Cause of death.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how it's gonna translate into your everyday life. You still smoke too much though.
Yeah.
And you bought that stupid vape pen, and you're still smoking cigarettes. It doesn't make any sense. What you do has zero logic.
I know, but that's a very. You know what the problem is? I enjoy smoking.
I enjoy eating.
Yeah. Well, that's what I enjoy, but I also enjoy smoking for some reason.
Yeah.
I love blowing smoke. Makes me feel like a dragon.
Oh, you love blowing smoke, all right. Up people's asses.
Eat nails.
It makes me feel like a dragon.
Drive fast, eat ass.
It's like he was drive fast, eat ass. That's his motto. It's like he was trying not to sound retarded. I like feeling like a dragon. Sure, you're an adult, dragon. I knew a guy,
Yes.
and still know. Like I know where he is, but we're not friends. But he's in the city, and actually he became a lawyer, I think, which is funny.
Interesting.
Because at 13 years old, he was still telling people that he was a dinosaur. That's how I met him. They tried to get him. I was a kid, and they tried to get him on my basketball team. And I was like, yo, I'm Pantelis. And he was, I'm not going to say his name because he might be actually watching. But he was like, oh, I'm whatever. I was like, nice, man. And he's like, I'm a dinosaur. I was like, what? I go, bro, is he retarded? And they're like, no, we don't think so. I was like, who's passing judgment on that? Because he's 13. We're trying to play basketball here. We're playing against another team. And he's going, roar, I'm a dinosaur to scare the other players. I go, this is way too old for him to be acting like this. And I was a lawyer.
Oh, fuck.
Which always, like, I always laugh at when somebody brings up, like, oh, you know, so-and-so's a lawyer now. I go, I want to see his win-loss fucking ratio. Your Honor, roar. Like, fuck. I remember.
Oh, shit.
And then I was the mean kid because I said I don't want him on the team. It wasn't skill-based. I was just getting annoyed. I was like, yo, this guy keeps fucking telling me he's a dinosaur. Like, there's nobody else affected by this.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
Yeah, now it is. I noticed that. That's the best part about like certain stuff I talk about on stage. People are like, oh, that's so funny. But when it initially happened to me, it wasn't. You have to understand I was very upset. And I turned it into a joke years later. But when it initially happened, I was fucking furious. Let's see. I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything on the #1 killer. I would have been angry if I got tea all over my laptop. Yeah, you didn't see that one coming.
What?
The Islamic extremist, the #1
Yeah.
killer thing, stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't see that coming.
Oh.
Deadpan. You didn't see. Speaking of Deadpan, Nate Bargatze's new special is on Netflix. The Tennessee Kid. Has anybody checked it out? It's a great alternative to the Amy Schumer special.
What's it called?
The Tennessee Kid. I like Nate Bargatze. He makes me laugh. I like that deadpan.
Sense of humor.
I just love it when you deliver like lines that are wacky or they're unexpected, but you just straight. I love that.
Straight face.
Straight face. Yeah. I noticed on stage some of the crazy shit I say now. If I do if I don't overreact, it makes people laugh more. Like, wait, what the fuck did he just say? Why is he so calm about
Really?
this? Yeah, because it makes them laugh more. Because like, why is he calm? With him, he doesn't have the same type of jokes, but he has a completely different level of stand up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Tennessee Kid?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Nate
watch it.
Bargatze is very funny.
I'm gonna
Very
watch
funny.
it tonight.
But I love his style. I like seeing styles that are different than mine. Like
Yeah.
it makes me like appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why I always like Mitch Hedberg. He has the one-liners. Bam, Mitch Hedberg. You forgot who he is, but I showed him to you. Mitch Hedberg, the guy with the long hair.
Oh,
glasses.
yeah, that looks like you.
You
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like me, yeah. But you saw his sense of humor is bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Not mine. I have stories, right? But because I can't do what he does. I can't do the zingers. I do the stories. So I
Yeah.
appreciate what he does. You know, and I laugh. I like seeing that.
Tom Segura is good too. I like the way he's calm about everything and he says everything.
Yeah, he has a funny style too.
No.
AIDS is a great alternative to Amy Schumer, Joseph says. Sir, we're going to either inject you with this AIDS or you have to sit here and watch the new Amy Schumer special. I'm like, yeah, you had me at AIDS. Yeah.
You know who else I really like? He's one of my favorites, Bill Burr.
My favorite.
Because he's so angry
Yeah.
when he delivers. And I don't know what it is about the anger, but like you're just like, yes.
Yeah, of course.
You're like, yes.
It's because of Bill Burr. I remember years ago when I was first getting into stand-up that I was like, oh, I could be angry. Like, because you remember I was angry and I was
Yeah.
I still yell a lot. But he was the one who kind of let me realize when I was like, oh, fuck, I could do it. Like, it's fine. It's not because all the stuff I was like the people I was watching didn't have that feel. So I was like, fuck, are people going to be thrown off? You know, people are laughing, but is this going to lose its appeal? Like, why is he always mad? But then I
It's
saw him.
his style.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, fuck, I could do this. Like, people don't mind. As long as it's funny, you could be mad. So, yeah, I love Bill Burr. Let's see. Yeah, Hedberg looks like Pantelis. Poseidon is retarded. But you know what's fucked up? I used to say the same, but it's not just Poseidon. Back in the day, especially when I didn't have my beard and I was first doing stand-up, they would always write it like that. Like, they would go, oh, that guy who looks like Mitch. And I was like, and I love Mitch Hedberg. So I know what he looks like. I was like, I don't think you guys can see. Like,
Well, maybe your facial features aren't the same, but I mean the look,
I don't think the look either. Or
your
the,
persona.
I don't see it.
If you
Maybe
throw on some shades,
Maybe
throw
I'm-
on your shades.
maybe I'm blind. I don't
Throw on
know.
your shades right now. We'll see what the people have to say.
The people have already said you're a tard. I love Bill Burr. One of the only two comics I've ever seen live. Him and Eddie Murphy Raw. Bill was wait, Deeds, you saw Eddie Murphy during the filming of Raw? Are you fucking with me right now? I was talking about that special earlier today, actually. Gavin McCandless is a very funny. Gavin's not a stand-up, but Gavin is fucking hilarious too because, as I said on Joe Rogan's podcast, but he didn't want to hear it. Gavin is playing a fucking role. He's trolling everyone. He's trolling everyone.
Who is Gavin again? Sorry.
Gavin McCandless. I'll have to show you, but you've seen him.
I'm very bad with
Yeah,
names.
he's fucking funny and he's trolling everyone. He fucks with people when he goes on those shows. And instead of people realizing that he's like an Andy Kaufman type, they're like, no, he's just hateful. He's fucking with people.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to bounce in a bit too, Ray. So get out of here. Keep it gangster. Gavin is Socratic, yeah.
Throwing up some gang signs.
Yeah, it seems like Poseidon hasn't been out of the world much. Yeah, Poseidon is, that's one of the big things about Poseidon. He's misinformed, right? That's the best way to describe
Yeah.
you. Misinformed. There's a lot of things that you think are common knowledge that will go right over his head. And I used to think it was a stupid thing. And now the more I get to spend time with him, I realize he just misinformed me. He missed that part.
I think it's because I don't care.
No. You were in the dark for the longest time. It's not don't care. You don't know hit shows. You don't know you didn't know who Dice was.
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg, you didn't know either. I had to show you, sit you down. Like there's little things that you're like, oh, everybody knows about this. And you're like, what is that? So it's just you don't know who Patrick Swayze was.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was so much that you just didn't. It just misinformed is the biggest thing.
Well, because when I was a kid, I never watched these shows because we had cable, okay, but for some reason I only watched YTV.
Canada's Nickelodeon,
Basically.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but is that all you watch? Like you never.
Yeah, and then I played video games. That's it. As a kid, I never watched these things. I got into it.
How old is Poseidon? How old is Poseidon?
I'm 25.
Why'd you have to think about it?
Because I was about to lie about my age, but then I said no.
Why would you lie about your age?
I don't know. I enjoy doing it sometimes.
He's 25, but he looks divorced. So he was probably going to be like, I'm 40. So they could be like, oh, good, because you only look 38.
About to be 26 in the summertime.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, July is your birthday, right?
July
Yeah.
10th. Yeah.
July 10th. Very exciting. Yeah.
You know, as a kid, I used to say, instead of saying July, I used to say July.
Okay.
Like Jew.
Some of them do. So here's the... What?
That was good, bro.
Yes.
You're fucking crafty, bro.
What a piece of garbage. That's, yeah. You know what my career is, right? So here's the thing. I was talking about this the other day. I forget, not on purpose, but I forget how old I am sometimes. People ask me, how old are you?
How old are you? I forget too.
I'm going to be 33 in September.
No way.
But the only reason why I know that is because somebody asked me on Friday, and I was like, fuck, I don't know. Because I don't do the whole, it's my birthday, you're 28, you're 20. I haven't done that. Like, I don't care. It's just.
Me too, I don't do that.
No, you do. You make a big deal out of every year. And
No,
if
I
we
don't.
forget, yes, you make a big fucking
What are you
deal.
talking
My birthday, guys, bro. Today is my fucking birthday. But today.
When did I make a big
Today I'm
deal?
allowed, bro. It's my birthday.
Hold on. When did I make a deal out of it?
Last year?
How?
The year before
What
that?
did I do?
I'll tell you again. Today's my birthday, bro. So you do what you normally do, which is overeat, oversmoke. Everything you do now, you do on your birthday, except on your birthday, you'd say, bro, it's my birthday. I'm allowed, bro. To make sure everybody knows it's his birthday. And he says, I'm allowed, bro, to stuff that nobody said you're not allowed to do. It's like, yo, Poseidon, what you doing? You eating a club sandwich? I'm allowed, bro. It's my birthday. It's like, we just asked what you're eating. Bro, I'm allowed to tell you. It's my birthday. It's so annoying. Yeah, like who hasn't heard of Greenpeace? Exactly. Pantelis, do you ever do shows in Minnesota, or are you mostly in Canada or popular U.S.? Yeah, mostly popular U.S. cities in Canada. But you forgot porn. But I gotta, you know what I have to get? And I spoke to a guy, but I told him no at first. But maybe I should reach out and talk to him. To do like Minnesota, I have to get like a road manager, or a booker or something like that. Because what I've been doing for years is something that not a lot of people do anymore. But I do everything myself. Like Mike has his manager, this and that. I do everything myself. I represent myself. I get gigs myself. I do everything myself, which is fun. But you could get more stuff when someone else is working for you. Especially all the shit I do now, like writing for the different shows, stand up, podcast, all that. You get busy, you know. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But here's the thing: is when I was first starting out, even when I became good enough to sell tickets. Nobody, like I tried to get an agent here, a comedy agent, and they had like these shitty comics on their roster too, like that they do these just garbage Canadian stuff, and the guy kind of ridiculed me. He was like, he said something like he saw a clip of me and he says, oh, you swear too much, you can never be a stand-up, something like that. And I was like, what? Yeah, and I got mad at him. I go, Eddie Murphy swears a lot, and this was years ago, you know. I go, what the fuck are you saying? And he's like, oh no, you can't. So then I got mad and I made fun of him because in his email, the font he used in the email, the actual font of writing was Comic Sans. So I go, only fucking pedophiles and like clowns use Comic Sans. I go, you're never gonna be a real agent. I don't know. Like I was mean to him too because of what I was really pissed. I go, who's gonna take you seriously? And so nobody wanted. And then after I started doing stuff, the podcasts, I became more known, especially last year after like the whole Just for Laughs thing and all that. Then people were interested, and I said, no, fuck you. You weren't interested when I needed you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. So that's what happened. But I think if I go find somebody who's willing to put in the work, like a road manager, yeah, it would be easier for them to book gigs for me and then just fly me down there to do them. It's so much easier. The Rogan thing helped too, especially in Canada and stuff. Like in general, it's like one of the biggest credits just to be on Rogan now. So just for laughs, Rogan. I have more credits than a lot of fucking other touring comics. So yeah.
Very
Let's see.
interesting.
Poseidon really lacked older people in his life. You know what, Tara? That's actually a very good point. You didn't have a role model. You didn't have that older guy.
I never did.
Yeah, I did. That's the difference, I think. Yeah, I think Landau does it all himself too. So Landau does a lot of himself, but he's been doing it for so much longer than I have, right? So him too. He developed. You develop it after a while. You learn how to market for yourself and put in all the work. So what's the deal with Poseidon's watch? Oh shit! People are asking about your watch, which, by the way, he was bragging about earlier. Hold on, Poseidon.
It's a diesel. It's nothing special.
Show them your watch.
It's just all gold.
Nothing special, bro. It's the size of my forehead. It is huge.
It is. It is.
Show it next to your face.
But it keeps falling down.
It has the same circumference as the cocks I put in my mouth. Haha.
No, it's too big.
They're normally smaller, sir. Poseidon specifically only dates Asian men. So yeah, let's see. You should come to the Jukebox Comedy Club in, how's that pronounced? Peoria. Then take Poseidon over to Big Al's strip club.
Oh shit!
I don't think strip clubs in the States would interest Poseidon.
They wouldn't.
Because in Montreal, we have, I think, the best strip clubs.
First of all, people from the States come to Montreal for the strip clubs.
So if I understand correctly, strip clubs in the States, there's no full contact dances.
No contact whatsoever.
What's the point of going to a strip club? Just staring at them.
Yeah, and they dance on you.
That's stupid.
But even here, I never really liked strip because even if you do get to touch or whatever here, like what, you're gonna go home and jerk off after.
Yeah.
So you spent money to jerk off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could spend that money on
prostitutes.
Jesus Christ. I knew he was gonna go there. That's why I let him into it. But yeah, you could spend that hard-earned cash on prostitutes.
Speaking of that, I got a deal that I'm gonna talk to you.
You got a prostitute deal?
Yeah.
Where do you get prostitute deals?
Yeah.
Are you doing a trade thing? Are you exchanging prostitutes for
Excuse me?
for cars? Is that pimp that comes around there? Is he trading you a good car deal for prostitutes? That's hilarious.
We'll
That's
talk about this on the TTM.
on Tujuk Minimum this
To
week.
DM
Okay, I don't
with
want to
the
know. I
behind
want
the
you to.
paywall.
I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me when I'm with Mike Ward on the show. But just so we all fucking understand right now, Poseidon this week on Tujuk Minimum, you do it on the shot so that everybody sees it. You have to do it on the shot so that because some people don't subscribe to Compound. So if I understand correctly, Poseidon's going to tell us how he's leveraging discount motor vehicles with a reduced prostitution rate. Genius? Criminal? All of the above? Who knows? How are we going to judge this? That's fucking insane. Let's see, what do we have here? Pantelis, do you have any shows online? There's not. I took down most of the stand-up that was on. If you go to my website, I don't know what's on there. I took down most of the stand-up that was on there because I didn't like it. It was old. I didn't have any new shit. And I hated the material. And now the stuff that was on there that was good material is shit that I'm doing now and that I want to record, so I took it down. So whatever's left is shit I don't do anymore, but like I didn't mind being up there.
Bro,
Yeah.
they have us live at Cafe Neo.
Right now they're showing this live.
Yeah.
They could have showed something better than this. Oh, fucking cafe.
shit.
Well, then it's an easy plug for them. Cafe Neo, if
Yeah.
you're in Montreal, it's the best. It's known as the best cafe in the country, but if you can only get to it in Montreal because only one of them.
Yeah.
It's a Cafe Neo, the pride and joy of Park X.
I love that cafe.
Marvin says, if they suck your dick, you upgrade it to sedan. That's how he works. Poseidon. No, so that's interesting. You can tell us about it. So I'm guessing you're running deals with that pimp.
I guess.
How does he look? You never describe the pimp. Does the pimp have like remember Kramer in Seinfeld when
He looks like a brown Pauly D.
Oh yeah, you did describe him. He looks like Pauly D. You said, but very brown.
Yeah, and shorter.
Interesting. It's rumored that they do that there too. Let's see. I think I heard the prostitute story. Was it on Compound? Yeah, on Compound is all of Poseidon's prostitute stories. He's a goddamn fucking whoremonger. But he slowed down. He hasn't seen a prostitute since we were in Los Angeles, the day before the Joe Rogan
November.
experience. Because for those of you who don't know, all the new people, because the channel has a 1,000 new subscribers since last month, but all the new people, just so you know, the day before me and Mike were on Joe Rogan, Poseidon had... So let's do this. So I guess this is the best story to end on for those who don't know. We'll give the full story. So... we decide we'll bring Poseidon to Los Angeles with us because he's never been. He wanted to go. He was all excited. And Poseidon got a condition going there that my friend and comedian Abdul Butt calls L.A. horny. A lot of people, when they first get to L.A., for some reason, they're excessively horny. Poseidon had one of those things. On the plane, apparently, landing, he was hard. And he was thinking about finding a prostitute, even though he doesn't know L.A. So from the first day, he's already going online. He's trying to figure out how prostitutes work in Los Angeles. Finally, I think on the second or third day or whatever, me and Mike were going to the comedy store, and we were going to go do a set each and then hang out. I think we were doing a set each, and then Mike was judging a roast battle upstairs.
That was the next day.
That was the next day. So the first day was just the stand-up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we're just performing. Let's see if you had we'll get to that in a second. So instead of him being like, oh, man, my friends are performing at the world-famous comedy store, I'm going to go watch him and support him. Poseidon's like, nice, I'll drop you guys off, and then I'm calling a prostitute over the house. So me and Mike are like, fuck, we're a little... Because we had all our camera... We had a lot of equipment there. So we go, fuck, make sure all our shit doesn't get stolen. And our cameras were out in the open. Remember? They were all set up because we were going to record from there. And it's 3 floors. The house that Mike had rented was 3 floors. So we're like, just make sure we don't get robbed. He's like, no, I got this. So on the way driving, you remember I had your cell phone? And because he was texting the prostitute. And she's she's like, stop, because stop texting. Because she goes, are you going to be alone? And then I texted for him. I was like, yeah, what do you think? I want to fuck you with 3 other guys? And she's like, don't text details. She was scared of getting arrested, I guess. I don't know. So we get to the comedy club. He drops us off. He leaves. Poseidon goes home, and he was dressed like fucking Tony Soprano on vacation. You remember how you were dressed?
Yeah.
Fucking flower shirts or whatever. It was too much. So he gets to the house. She shows up, and she wasn't the same girl that was in the photos. Number one.
Yes.
That's the first flag, right? But you said she was hotter.
Yes.
Okay. So that made you accept the fact that she lied to you.
Yes.
You forgot that you were lied to.
Yes.
And that should have been a flag. Okay. Then you take her upstairs, and what happens, Poseidon?
Oh, fuck. I have to talk about this again?
I could talk about it. I just find it funny.
Go ahead.
So Poseidon's trying to get laid initially. She's not having it. She's massaging him. Poseidon's like, okay, fuck, we'll start with massage. And then the price. You had discussed how much? How much was the price initially?
2 or 3 bills? 3 bills.
$300 American,
Yeah.
which is 8 million Canadian pesos. So you take off your clothes, I guess?
Not all the way.
Not all the way. She's massaging you. You're trying to...
I'm trying to smash.
And she says no. She's like,
No,
we're not going to fucking do this. It's more. So Poseidon starts freaking out. How much more? And she asked
She asked for an extra 500.
an extra 500. That would bring his total to $800.
But I brought it down to an extra 200.
Right. So Poseidon's totaled an extra to 500 total.
And I thought it was...
He thought it was a great business deal.
Yeah.
So Poseidon...
Because I was LA horny.
But here's the problem. Poseidon didn't have that money on him. So, well, again, me and Mike unaware, Poseidon takes her with him in the car. What kind of car do we have?
Like a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
It was a big fucking car. He takes her, goes to an ATM, leaves her in the car, pulls out more money, and hands it to her like a smart gentleman would do. Gets back to the house, goes all the way up 3rd floor. Now Poseidon's fully naked getting massaged. She still has her clothes on, which is a red flag again.
Not all. She was like halfway, like pulled up the skirt a bit.
Suspicious, because you were
Yeah.
full naked.
Yeah.
And then what happened? You asked her, what'd you ask her to do?
So I was like...
What was that? What was the exact line you said? Because I remember.
What was the exact line? I
You
don't know.
can suck this dick.
Yeah.
To which she says, ew, no, look at you. Sounds like, what the
No.
fuck? So he gets up.
She didn't say that. She said, you piece of shit. She said, oh, no, that's not what we're doing.
Uh-oh.
And then I go, excuse me? I go, but wait, hold on. What was the whole thing about... So then that's where the horniness kind of like dissipated.
Yeah, still has an erection, though. Remember this.
Yes.
This is very important to the story.
So it kind of like dissipated. And I realized... That's the moment I realized like I was being scammed.
So he blocks the door from the room, which I don't know how
Yeah.
she got around you. Because you just didn't want to push her, I guess.
I didn't want to be aggressive.
Because she said, don't... What did she say?
Like she was a
You're harassing me or some shit.
She was a tiny lady. First of all, I didn't want to hurt her.
And
first
she
of
was
all.
yelling, no?
Yeah, she was yelling.
And our the lady who owned the building, who lived right behind us, was a very nosy bitch. She
Yeah.
kept sending us messages every day like, stop leaving the garage. She heard the prostitute screaming for sure.
And I'm a big guy, and like I don't want to intentionally hurt. I just want my money back. Like I don't want to hurt her, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to reason her.
So you choked her lightly.
What?
So she runs away from Poseidon. So it's 3 floors. His room was all the way on the top. So he's naked with his underwear around his ankles, and on one ankle, you know. So he's naked, and he's chasing her. Imagine Poseidon, bare Poseidon, is chasing a prostitute down the stairs, naked, and his dick is still hard, so it's flopping around. So he's chasing her down, 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 down. And finally, as she's already at the front door. She's trying to open the door. You know how when it's a new door, you don't know how to unlock it. You know, I understand her. And fucking this guy's running behind her now. And he fucking almost slips on his underwear. So he holds onto the bar. That little slip cost him everything. Because that's how she reached into her purse, turns around.
No,
and
she had it in her
bra.
Yeah.
On her bra. And fucking maces him in the face. She's fucking pepper sprays Poseidon in the face. So Poseidon freaking out. Oh! And then what'd you do? You went upstairs, got dressed, went out looking for her.
Yeah.
He went out looking for a prostitute. Like, what are you gonna do in front of people when you catch her? Beat
I don't
the shit out
know,
of
bro. I was so angry in the moment. I was like, "My fucking bitch, bro." I was taking turns. I think at like 60 miles an hour, bro.
Oh, he was freaking out.
Just sliding all over. There was smoke coming from behind the car. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was just so angry.
So here's the thing. Me and Mike are at the comedy
I don't know how I didn't get arrested, by the way, because the way I was driving was very dangerous.
So we're at the comedy store, and we forget about you. And I don't know if you called us or we called you.
I called you.
So, and you're freaking out, and you're like, I was robbed. Robbed. So we thought at first he was joking because we told him don't get robbed, right? So we're like, all right, Poseidon, where are you? Bro, the bitch robbed me. She pepper sprayed me. So then we panic. We're like, dude, did she steal our cameras? No, I don't think so. We're like, oh, okay, then that's fine. What did she steal? My money. And your dignity, obviously. He's like, yes, that too. So we're like, I'm gonna call the police. We can't call the police and say that a prostitute robbed you. He's like, oh fuck, that's a good point. And how are they gonna find her? So we're like, just come to the club and we'll figure it out here. So on his way, we're telling the comics around us, and they're all dying of laughter. Like, who the fuck is this character you guys brought with you who's getting pepper sprayed by prostitutes, right? And everybody's like, yeah, man, he needs to learn that you got to watch out for prostitutes, right? We're like, we told him, but he doesn't listen.
But they're not aggressive like that over here. They're super chill and laid back here.
Here's the funny thing. So me and Mike are sitting, we're in the front. There's like a bar. The comedy store there is like a bar on the outside in the front. So we're sitting there and we're laughing. We're talking to people. This guy, one of the doormen comes, who works there, super cool, Austin. Super cool guy. Comes up, he's like, hey, are you Mike Ward and Pantelis? We look at each other, we're like, yeah. He's like, there's a guy in the back in the parking lot there to see you. And we're like, nah, man, we don't know anybody here. It's not for us. He's like, no, he said your names. He thinks this is for you guys. And then I'm like, I don't know anybody here. Like, it's not for us. And then Mike's like, wait a second. Does he look like a giant Greek baby? The guy's like, he does. And he's yelling. And Mike looks at me, he's like, yeah, he's ours. So I go back to see him, and he's like, look, normally it's not a problem, bro, but the guy's parked like where normally like Rogan, Bill Burr park. Like, he's not supposed to be there or whatever. So I go to the back. I see Poseidon smacking the steering wheel. He's like, fucking bitch, stole my money. She pepper sprayed me. And he's banging on the steering. I'm like, oh, God. And Tony Hinchcliffe was going to his car to like put in a bag or something. And he sees him like, hey, man, what's up? He's like, hey. He looks up Poseidon. He's like, what? You know, like, the fuck? Why is he yelling? I was like, a prostitute robbed him and pepper sprayed him. And Hinchcliffe turns around. He's like, you gotta watch out for those hookers, man. And he's like, Poseidon's like, fuck, because everybody kept on the same thing. So he's banging the steering wheel. So then Austin comes like, look, man, he's not supposed to park there, but like, you know, we'll let him if it is. So I gave him a tip. What I gave him like 10, 20 bucks. And he's like, all right, nice. So he parked the car like I guess Bill Burr's spot or whoever the fuck was supposed to be there. And he gets out of the part, and everybody was ridiculing him. He's like, this isn't the time, bro. I'm going to fucking kill someone if the wrong person comes up to me. But literally the wrong person, everybody was the wrong person because they all kept, were like, this guy got pepper sprayed and robbed by a hooker. And he's just red. And all the comics, guys that he sees on TV, are laughing at him. They're like, that's a great story. And then we told him that day, you're mad now. But that story is going to be told in the future. Maybe I'll say it on stage. Who knows? It's going to make millions. And here, but the plot thickens. So on the way home, I have Poseidon's cell phone, and I texted the prostitute.
Oh, yeah.
I texted the prostitute, very unprofessional. And then I waited a few minutes and texted again. Not a deal breaker.
Wait, hold on.
You still have the text,
Yeah,
right?
I have the screenshots. Hold on. Wait, I gotta go back to the date.
I texted, not a deal breaker. What are you doing tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, what did I text her?
Very unprofessional. Wasn't cool, but not a deal breaker. You waited 2 minutes. What are your plans tomorrow?
Yeah. In any circumstance, I'm still gonna find a way to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And your dignity, yeah. And that's it.
I don't have dignity.
That's
anyway,
it. Poseidon. That's Poseidon Live. That's Pantelis Live for this week. So on this channel, we're gonna have the This Just Thing coming out on Thursday, I believe. The 2 Drink Minimum shot is gonna come out on the 2 Drink Minimum channel. Subscribe to that if you're not on there. On Wednesday, then we're back Compound Media Friday at 4. You can find Poseidon by going to youporn.com/trans. And you can go to panteliscomedy.com for me. Mike Ward, go to mikeward.ca. You get all of his dates. He sold out all his French shows now at Club Soda. So there's like a month of shows left, but I think they're all sold out. So that's that. That's it. That's all you're going to get. Thank you guys for fucking watching. Poseidon? That's it. That's all Poseidon's telling you. Nothing. No.
I love you.